What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the one and only Fragrance Fraternity. Hopefully, you guys are doing well today. Hopefully, you're feeling good and smelling good. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button if you don't mind. We're going to get into talking pretty much about whatever we want today. No specific topic. Figured I'd just talk about maybe some fragrances I wore, and then you guys can maybe tell me about some of the fragrances you've been enjoying this fall. And yeah, no specific topic. Just figured we'd chat for a little bit on this Wednesday. Go ahead, I'll get caught up in the chat, and then I can maybe talk about some new pickups I had. And yeah, we just kind of take it from there. Try not to skip any comments this week. I was kind of skipping some comments last week, I've noticed, so I'm going to try to be better about that. No fragrances to smell and give my initial impressions on, so it might be a little bit easier for me. Don't have to do quite as much this week, so hopefully I can focus more on the chat. Gian, what's going on, my guy? Wearing Dior Homme 2020. Perfect everyday type wearable scent. Really can't go wrong with that. Fantastic choice today. Thanks for being here, my guy. Jason is back. How's it going? Good afternoon, Fragrance fam. Scent of the day, Essential Obsessions Cigar King. Okay, imagine that's got some nice tobacco in it. Mix of red tobacco and Creed cologne. Okay, Aventus cologne, I'm assuming. That seems like could be a good combo. Interesting. Kind of two different scent profiles. I'd be interested to try that one out. That sounds definitely interesting and unique. So, Jason, thanks for being here and dropping your scent of the day. Greetings from Oklahoma to Mr. Vance, a big supporter of the channel. I always appreciate you, Vance. Wearing Aqua Senziale Blue, the TLTG special. Nice choice today, Vance. You're smelling powdery, blue, clean, professional, and just overall pretty mass appealing. Scent of the day for Joel. What's going on, Joel? Is Parfum de Empire Ombre Rousse. Again, Joel coming in with something that I've not tried, but I'm sure smells good because I know Joel's taste, and he's a killer in the fragrance game, man. He's got some good taste, as do many of you do, but definitely gotten some good recommendations from Joel over the, I don't know, year and a half or so, maybe 2 years that I've known him. Joel saying, what up to everybody? No problem. I appreciate you, Vance, letting people know. Let's get that algorithm popping, folks. Let's get it viral. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys know. You guys just saying what up. Dan the man is in the building. What's going on? Wearing Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Nice, classy choice. Many people would say the best blue fragrance in existence. And, you know, I can't argue with that. You may or may not know I'm not the biggest Bleu de Chanel guy myself, but respect, got to give respect where it's due. And it's definitely due with Bleu de Chanel Parfum. I know it's excellent and it gets a lot of love. And I get why. I can understand the love and appreciation for Bleu de Chanel Parfum. You're smelling great today, Dan. Thanks for being here. Patrick is home from work in time for the stream. That's great to see. What's going on, Patrick? Wearing Absolute Aventus. Okay, big ballin'. He decided to pull out the heavy guns today. Now, is that the Absolute Aventus? Did you pick up a bottle of that, or is that something that came in your? I know you got a scent split or like a sample package that you've been trying out. So if that package came in, definitely want to hear your thoughts about. I know you got Black Golden and a couple other ones, Blue Moon Ginger Dash. I know you got that one. So yeah, I'm excited to know what you think about those. Definitely want you to blow up my DMs with your thoughts. And anytime you guys try a new fragrance, you don't have anyone to tell, you're excited about it, you got to let it out. Trust me, I know how that goes. A lot of times I try something, I go on to tell somebody. You guys can hit me up in the DMs. Just tell me about your fragrance that you picked up, what you think about it. I like just those random messages from people. I always enjoy that. I find it entertaining. Vince is here. What's going on, Vince? Hope you're doing well. Scent of the day, Aaron Terrence Hughes, Red Fever. Yeah, Vince, we got to hook up soon for a live stream on your channel because every time we try it over here, it is a nightmare with the echo. I just realized I didn't put my little banner up on the wall, but oh well. I'm going to adjust the camera there. There we go. It's more the angle it should be. Let's see. You guys just saying hello, hello. Everyone is so cordial and inviting. Love to see it. I wish I was a classy, sophisticated guy wearing Tom Ford Beau de Jour. Well, you're a classy, sophisticated older gentleman wearing Nishane Neffs, Mr. Neffs over here. So, can't be giving me too hard of a time for being bougie now that you're all over here in the Nishane. So you've come to the land of the niche. You've explored the niche, and you're kissing Dua goodbye. Maybe we'll have a party. A goodbye party for Dua from Vince's rotation. Stan is here. What's going on, Stan? Thanks for being here. Always showing some support and love for the fragrance fraternity. So I really do appreciate that. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. I'm excited that we don't have a bunch of whole samples for me to it was kind of stressing me out the last stream because I had the samples. I was trying to run the live stream and I was trying not to look like a fool with giving you analysis or whatever. So it was just too much. So I'm really happy that we can do a little bit more laid back, casual type of chat here where I'm not going to be put to the test, so to say. Absolute Aventus, just a sample from an older order. Okay. I still don't have a full bottle from Creed. Hey, man, no worries. And neither do I, but, maybe that's going to change. I did do a focus group yesterday, and they don't pay you in cash because if they pay in cash, then they have to report it for taxes. So they always pay you in like these gift cards, and so oftentimes instead of being responsible and using the gift card for like groceries or gas, something responsible, I usually just blow it on some fragrances. So you never know. There might be some more purchases coming soon. Expect to get that one within a week or so. So we could have some fun. We could even maybe do some shopping or whatever. I wouldn't end up buying it right now, but when that gift card comes in, we can see what's out there. If there's a good deal floating around. I did get the 12 decant scent split order. I started testing a few of them. Sent you an IG message with a few thoughts. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have to check my DM and see what you think about it. I'm really interested to know what you're thinking about some of them. Good afternoon, Sven. Hopefully you're doing well today, and you're smelling quite good with PDM Darley. It's been a while since I've smelled that one. I can't recall exactly what it smells like right now, but Parfums de Marley, it's hard to go wrong with. So I'm sure it smells good, and you have great taste as well. Yes, sir. Ventus Cologne. It's a little dark and a little light. The Ventus Cologne really tones the red tobacco down. Okay, cool. Yeah, because red tobacco it's a little too much on that vanilla, just in your face for me personally, but perfect for Alabama weather. Cool in the morning, hot in the afternoon. Never been to Alabama, but I would imagine that it's working out well for you here in the fall. Hidden Gems is here. Thanks for stopping by. If you guys don't know, Hidden Gems is one half of Sips and Sniffs. They just had Michael Paul from Day 3 on yesterday, which is really cool. I'm a big fan of the house. They have some amazing fragrances, so it was really cool to see them collab with him. And they have other guests, and even if they don't have a guest, they're funny. They have a good chemistry over there. They have a really good show, and I just want to hype you up a little bit, Gems, because I'm really impressed with how far you guys have come with your live streaming. I know when you guys first started, didn't have a super huge audience or whatever, and now you've just continually grown it, and now you have a consistent, I saw like 40 to 50 people that are watching you guys, which is really awesome. It's really good to see that you guys have been able to like build up your platform. And I mean, you guys are, especially you, Gems, like you're an entertainer, and Jason's got a really good sense of humor too. So you guys are doing great stuff over there, and I'm happy to see that you're getting some more viewership, because you guys definitely have earned it. You put the time in, so much respect. Let's see. What's going to be your Halloween fragrance? I was thinking about that. I'm not quite sure yet. It depends on what I'm doing. There is a party going on, so I might be going to that. I have a guest list for that, so I might go to that. And if I go to that, it's going to be something a little bit sweeter, maybe more on the clubbing type fragrance. Maybe a signature Uomo from Ferragamo. I've been liking that one. I think that one works really well in like a going out type of environment, and it's got great performance too. One that I've been really loving that I may have already talked about, but let's take a look at this one first. This is Ahmed Al-Maghribi's. This is Blue Oud. So I think we talked about this one a little bit last week. I'll show you guys on Fragrantica or Parfumo here the notes, so you guys can kind of follow along with maybe getting an idea of what it smells like over here. Let me just pull that up. I got the dual monitor setup running today, so it should be smoother with the whole switching of screens type thing. Let me share my screen. There we go. There is my Fragrantica profile featuring the genie from Aladdin, R.I.P. Robin Williams, one of the best. All right, so let me pull this one up. Hopefully they have it on Fragrantica. And yeah, this is the live stream struggles right here. They begin. So it begins. And so it begins. Anyway, if you guys are familiar with the fragrance called Oud Maracuja, I believe. I'm not sure what brand it's from. I'm kind of interested to try the real one now, but this is essentially cloning that. And what you get is a very wearable oud, obviously, but it's got this nice leathery backbone to it as well. It's got a nice fresh lavender. It's got some bergamot that doesn't make it too citrusy, but really kind of will remind you of something like a Sauvage mixed with a leathery oud fragrance. It's a very wearable oud, and I really love that. It fits my lifestyle. Typically, you know, oud is something that's going to be a little bit more challenging and not really going to maybe appeal to people who aren't more so into fragrances, right? But this really gives you the best of both worlds. It gives you that interest and complexity of a leathery type oud scent that really can be captivating in the fall and really appealing and really alluring and make you kind of stand out. At the same time, it has a freshness of that lavender bergamot type thing going on. I haven't ever actually looked at the notes. I'm just kind of going off what I smell, but let me see what they got listed here. Yeah, I guess they don't have lavender listed in here, but there is an aromatic freshness that I guess could be more so attributed to, I guess, cypress and the violet leaf and the geranium working together. But in simple terms, this is essentially like Sauvage meets a leathery oud fragrance. So really highly wearable oud. You can get this for under $50. And I was kind of steering away from these Middle Eastern fragrances, but Vince Scents, let me see if I have his little sticker. Yep. The one and only Vince Scents sent me probably 40 or so samples completely out of the blue, really kind of him. And of all the samples, this one ended up being the one that I got just because it kind of fits my lifestyle, personality, and has the combination of the things I mentioned as far as interest, as far as being able to wear it in a lot of situations too. So I might go with that. It has great performance too. I wore it at Trader Joe's the other week and I had the whole store like trying to track me down or like trying to figure out where that scent was coming from. And I had a few people even approach me. So humble brag, it works. It definitely, people seem to enjoy it. The comment that the guy said was, we don't get anyone wearing scent profiles like that around here. Like we don't get that kind of scent profile in here is what he said to me. So people do wear fragrance to the grocery store, but apparently that one stood out a little bit. So good question, Joel. I might do a video of like Halloween fragrances, you know. It's kind of, I was thinking, I was like, you only really, it would be kind of weird because you only would wear it for once a year. Like if you did a Halloween fragrance video, you're basically making a video for a fragrance that you would wear once a year, in theory. But and I was like, that would be dumb. Like, why am I going to tell people to buy something for just one day a year? But then I thought about it. I was like, well, if you think about all like the Halloween decorations and all that, I mean, yeah, they maybe will use it for a week or so, but yeah, that's also for one day a year that people are buying all this stuff. So it wouldn't be too bad once I started thinking about that. Anyway, thoughts of Michael's brain. Welcome to the fragrance fraternity. Your Halloween fragrance will be Liquid Imagineers Bout de Diable. Okay, Beauty of the Devil. Oh, yikes. Don't know about that name, but I bet it's a good fragrance. Liquid Imagineers. I got to dive into that. I know that you have some decent experience with that, and I have seen that Liquid Imagineers house as your scent of the day a couple times. So I'd be interested to dive a little bit more into that one. A come fragrance shop with me live from you would be sweet one day. Yeah, maybe we'll do it. Maybe I'll save it for next week once I have that gift card coming in, and then we can do it together. I think that would maybe more fun unless we get bored and run out of stuff to talk about today. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, you guys can watch me continue my addiction and relish in that. So who doesn't love that? Um, what are you wearing today, Gems? Yeah, Gems, let us know. Let us know what you're wearing. Just got 1 million absolutely gold. Okay. Love it. Much better than the Duo version, which was good. Okay. I think that's the newest 1 million, right? And I think they're just calling it million. They're just trying to be trendy. You know, it's not Paco Rabanne, it's just Rabanne. It's not 1 million, it's just million. So let us know what that one's like. There's so many 1 millions. Definitely gotta rank my top ones as Lucky, 1 million Parfum, and 1 million Cologne, which highly slept on. 1 million Cologne, a lot of people haven't tried or don't know about it, but it's really great freshwater rose. It's kind of like Invictus Aqua plus rose. I talk about a lot. If you hang out at the fraternity, you've heard me mention that one before. But yeah, Parfum, Lucky, and 1 million Gold are my favorites, but there are definitely some that I haven't got my nose on. So but let us know about 1 million Gold, what you like about it, Vince, what it smells like, what sets it apart from the other ones in the line. Let's see. Mine's going to be Coral Fantasy. Okay. The Valentino fragrance for Gian. He's going to be wearing. Yeah, guys, drop what you're going to be wearing for Halloween. That'd be interesting to see what everyone's going to pick. Let's see. Patrick got a decant of 1 million Privé, and that is the season of fall in a bottle. 10-4, 10-4. Scent of the day is Imagine a Symphony by Genre Parfums. Okay. I wonder if that is a hybrid of imagination and something with the name symphony. I'm not sure what the other one would be, but there's a lot of these independent houses. It's hard to keep up with them all. 1 million Privé is going to be my Halloween fragrance. Okay. One of the decants I just got in. So I'm assuming you ordered the bottle already and you're going to have it in time, or maybe you're just going to wear the decant. Yeah, you're probably just going to wear the decant, I would assume. Are you going as Peter Parker for Halloween? Is that what I should go at? Is that how I strike you, like a young, like nerdy guy who can't get the girl? Maybe I should go as Peter Parker. Man, I'm having like a therapy session and finding a Halloween costume as well. No, I'm always super lagging on the costumes, man. I need to be better about that. I like end up just going as a greaser 90% of the time because it's easy and you don't have to get a costume, and I always put it off to the last minute. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's up with the in LA also it's like half the people will dress up and half the people won't because they're like too cool for school, right? So we'll see how it goes. Also a lot of these like parties that you get like a random invite to, you just end up being kind of a sardine in like a sea of people. And well, we'll see. It's not too far, so I'll probably just go check it out. And if it's fun or if it's decent, I'll stay. They got to have music. That's the thing. They got to have that. They got to have a DJ and like some music, and then I'm happy. I don't like parties when it's just like standing around and chatting, which most people are cool with. I'm the oddball, but I'm not a big fan of like just like to stand in a room, a super crowded room, and just chat with people and pay for overpriced drinks. And that's what a lot of these places kind of end up being. But I need to feel those sound waves hitting my body. Ideally, some bass in my bones. A nice kick drum, 4 on the floor, hitting me in the chest. That's what I need, baby. Thinking I go for a Barbados Dark Rebel Rider. I mean, that is a great choice for Halloween. I don't own that fragrance, nor have I smelled it, but from what I know of it, it's like it's dark and perfect, kind of gothic or whatever, perfect for Halloween. Anti-Stan. Okay, we have a we have a Stan hater burner account here. This is an interesting development. What's going on, man? Drop your scent of the day, Anti-Stan, if you're here. Is this Pop Sense? Is that who this is? I have a feeling. Love the whole 1 million line. Blue Oud is a certified attention grabber for sure. Okay, cool. So you've tried it. Yeah, it's kind of got me more interested in the house of Ahmed Al Maghribi. They have a couple good ones that I've heard. I've heard their leather one is a really good take on Tuscan leather, and I've kind of been into that Tuscan leather scent profile pretty hard as of late. And I'm kind of trying to find like my ideal leather fragrance right now. This is winning. This is winning as far as like my favorite leathers to actively be wearing. I tried Alexandria's Bitter Soft, which is their clone of Tuscan leather, and that one was pretty excellent as well. And I think leather is just a note that I've gotten into more lately, especially now that it's fall. I'm really enjoying my leather fragrances a little bit more, trying to get more into the leather game. And I've realized the fruity leather combo, like that Tuscan leather style, is really good. I want to get my nose on Godolphin from PDM again and just kind of give it another shot. And then Ross gave me some good recommendations. Parodies Descends Bliss. Let's take a look at some of these. And let's see. I'll show you guys. So one that he recommended was Parodies Descends Bliss. Is it DE or DI? Not sure. Parody Descends. Do you guys know how to spell this one? I know now it's called Bliss. Let's see. Yep, this is it. Cool. So apparently this one is similar to that Tuscan leather, but it's his like favorite version of it. You know, I trust his taste. And yeah, I mean, it's got the raspberry in the top like you would associate with Tuscan leather, and I guess some pink pepper sweetness that's kind of combining with that, which I would bet is pretty good. He said that you really get more of these woods and the patchouli, and it's kind of got a little bit more earthiness, and it does actually rein back the sweetness a little bit. So that could be an interesting take on it. Not super familiar with this brand and how much they go for or really anything like that. But, you know, I trust his taste, and he says this is one of the better ones. I would probably believe him. And then also Bacio Immortal, which I bet some people in the chat have some experience with, from the House of Argos. And I know that these tend to be really, really pricey. So hopefully, if I went this route, I'd be at a discounter for a decent price. If I can pull it up, that would be cool. Let me see. How do you even spell Bacio? Is it two C's? All right. If I don't get it in the next 10 seconds, I'm just going to move on. There we go. 1C. The other one had a little bit higher rating, but you know, all that is whatever. So yeah, I mean, these Argos bottles as well are really, really beautiful. I know if anybody has this, you can probably chime in and let us know. So those are a couple leather fragrances that I just have on my radar in the back of my head to consider checking out if I wanted something, you know, a little bit more hefty, not maybe as mass appealing, I guess, as the Blue Oud, but yeah, that's just kind of what's on the radar. So get back in the chat here. What's up, John Carlo? Hopefully you're doing well today. Scent of the day is Fragrance World Caramel Macchiato. Okay, very cool. I bet it's a little bit of a gourmand type feel. A little coffee, a little caramel. Can't hurt in a fall day. Sounds perfect for fall. I love me a good coffee fragrance. Speaking of, they had Amore Cafe back in stock at Fragrance Spy. You know, I got the email and I picked up the 60 ml of Amore Cafe. So I'm really looking forward to getting that in. It should be, I did smell it once and that's all I needed. For a while, I was searching for what I wanted to be like the signature coffee fragrance that I would be wearing. And I ended up going with Day 3 La Tacita de Cafe. And shortly after that, I ended up trying Amore Cafe, and I was like kind of questioning my choice, but I don't regret it at all because Day 3's La Tacita de Cafe is absolutely wonderful, and I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of it. But this was a love at first smell type fragrance. I immediately was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to scoop this up once I can get it for a decent price. And you see, I've been checking out some Vertus fragrances. They have me on their algorithm too, but haven't pulled the trigger. I've been really close to buying Sol Patchouli a couple times, but um, I just, the blind buying game, you got to be careful with the blind buying game, because everybody can tell you they love it, and then you get it in and then you don't, and then you got this bottle, and it can be tough. It can be tough. So, but the cool thing about this one is it's got this amaretto, which really kind of sets it apart. And it's got a really gourmand edge, maybe a little bit feminine for some, but you get the coffee. It's very prominent in the top, and yeah, you definitely get this like vanilla ice cream cake like gourmand type feel to it. Not the most masculine thing in the world, but you smell this and it's like eyes rolling in the back of your head. You're just absolutely licking your lips because it's so tasty smelling or whatever. You want to smell like a snack, you want to smell edible, you get some more cafe in your life. People are going to be eating you up. So how's that for a sales pitch? Anybody going to wear Halloween Man for Halloween? That would work. I think the Halloween Man, the original one, I think that's like a 1 million interpretation, if I'm right. Let's see. Let's keep on scrolling. Absolutely Gold is actually an old discontinued flanker. Floral leather. Absolutely Gold. Okay. Absolutely Gold. Not sure what house we're talking about here, but maybe Armani Code. Absolute Gold. No, that would be Absolute Gold. Not sure. Absolutely Gold. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if it's important. Let's see, Vance. Do you like Dolce & Gabbana Intenso? I've never tried the Intenso. I do have the Pour Homme, and I like the Pour Homme in the mid and the dry down. The opening is a little bit for me. I don't love the opening, but when it dries down, I get it, and I do enjoy the Pour Homme once it dries down a little bit. Admittedly, it's not a fragrance that I reach for all that often, but I did spend a good amount of time with it when I first got it in, and yeah, I enjoy it. Just that opening was a little tough for me, but I know the Intenso is essentially just like a more intense version of it. But the thing about that fragrance, the Dolce & Gabbana Intenso, you can get it for a very, very good price. And so I know that it's got that going for it. I just haven't felt like I really would want to get it, especially because I tried the Pour Homme, which most people consider to be better, and I wasn't like in love with it. And I hear that they are pretty similar. So would Secretions Magnifique be good for Halloween? I don't know if that's good for anything, to be honest, but you do you, Stan. You wear it with pride, man, and no one can tell you different. You just rock that puppy. You rock those secretions, man. Go off. 10 sprays of secretions. Let them know. You're trying to scare people, remember? You're not looking to impress anybody. You're trying to scare the secretions out of people, so hit them with that. Whoa, Zeus. How the heck do you say that? Zeus Black Oud will be my Halloween scent. Okay, let us know, John Carlo. Never heard that one mentioned, but Black Oud. Running into good looking girl at a party, change your perspective, right? Oh yeah, I mean, if I walk in there and it's a good ratio, and I strike up a conversation with a pretty lady, that party is gonna be a whole lot more fun all of a sudden. It's funny how that works, right? But yeah, I mean, we love our ladies. I mean, they just make everything more enjoyable. You go to the gym, there's some hot girls around, all of a sudden that's the best gym in the world. You go to a party, there's a lot of hot girls, they're all cool, they're treating you nice, they're showing you some love. That was the best party you ever been at, right? It's funny how that works, but you never know. We'll see. I don't go out to chase tail. I go out just to have fun, and if it happens that I have a connection and someone's giving me some looks, I'm gonna go over, say what's up. Hopefully it works out. My verbal conversation skills could be better. I could improve in that regard, But that's why I'm doing these live streams. It kind of forces me to talk more than I normally do, use my brain a little bit. So hopefully I can improve some conversation skills through the live stream. And then, but the thing is, she's got to like fragrances, because if she doesn't, it's going to be weird. I'm going to want to wear fragrances. So gotta be able to get down on the fragrances. Because I would suck to like date a girl that really is like, it really bothers her, right? Or she's just not into it at all, and she's constantly being like, can you stop spraying stuff? Like, why do you always need to spray cologne? I don't want to have that conversation. So that's just one thing, but as it relates to the topic, I guess. Do you guys, for those of you who are married or have relationships, like, does your significant other give you a hard time about your fragrances? Like, what's that like for you? I'd be interested to know about that. It's always a partnership. Aminal Magrimi Cough and also Herfa are awesome. Yeah, so Cough, I'm maxed out on my fierce DNA at this point, but I know for anybody looking out there that that Cough it gets a lot of love as being a really strong, fierce alternative. And then Hirfa, I think I was watching a Joy Amin video, and I think he ranked that as one of his favorites, if not his favorite. So I'll need to circle back. Let's check out Hirfa real quick, see what that one's all about. Let me see what's good. Oh yeah, I remember Ross got this one in too, and he was like kind of saying the bottle was wacky and he didn't like it, but he liked the fragrance. Green Aquatic. Okay. I like Green Aquatics, so that could be cool. I do have a good amount of them already, though. So makes me wonder if it's a little redundant. And that'll be a good, actually, transition to the next thing I want to talk about. But let's see. What are people saying? Definitely masculine. All right. Looks like, there's only 4 votes on here, but everyone pretty much said it was year-round. And pretty much a blend of everything. Doesn't seem to have one particular thing that's sticking out. Not a whole lot of votes here, but let's see. Fruity, floral, woody, green, aquatic, oriental, woody, fresh. So maybe it has some sort of like spice, giving it that oriental vibe, and floral notes. Not specific, but okay. A green freshie that could be pretty good. So it'll be on my radar. I don't know how I feel about this bottle. That kind of is a deal breaker for me. I'm trying to avoid these like kind of tacky looking bottles these days. The more stuff you buy, the more selective you become. But speaking of green fragrances that are fresh, let me grab it. So I don't know who was here, but maybe a week or 2 ago, I did the ELDO live stream where I smelled a bunch of them and kind of went over them with you. And the one that I ended up getting a full bottle of was You or Someone Like You. It's a minty mojito type fragrance. If you like to drink mojitos, or if you enjoy mint leaf, you get a strong, prominent mint leaf here. And I wore this to the focus group yesterday, and it was perfect for the office. So definitely office safe. It does have good performance, but it doesn't project super crazy. And it is long lasting, but it does kind of like sit closer to the skin after the first 2 hours. So it is a really great office fragrance. It just has a really clean dry down, a clean masculine, a little bit watery type of dry down too. Nothing crazy about this bottle. It has a good atomizer, so you get a nice pressurized atomizer. And I think I paid a little under $60 for this 50 ml. And I don't really have a minty like mojito type fragrance, so I was kind of looking for that. And I was considering, shopping around, trying some other minty fragrances, but ended up going with this one. I'm really, really happy with it. It's really uplifting. It's really refreshing. I enjoy drinking mojitos, and you essentially get that in fragrance form here. So I'm very happy with this one. It's one of my favorite like green minty type fragrances right now. So anybody have tried that one, let me know. Nice to know about Blue Oud. Yeah, it's kind of a hidden gem. Really, really interesting, and very wearable for an oud fragrance. So I really like that about it. You could also be Mad Max, the Tom Hardy version. Interesting. Okay, yeah, and that wouldn't be too hard to come up with a costume with. I'd have to show some skin, but everyone else is showing skin. You got all the girls coming out in their little kitty outfits, so Sexual holiday. It really is. It is. Anyway, don't cancel me. Amin Al-Magrimi. Nathani is also great. A hidden gem. All right, cool. Let's check that one out. Latani. All right. Hopefully it doesn't have a corny bottle like the other one. And yeah, this one looks more. Yeah, this one looks more legit. Let's see. Woody Fresh. Okay. Oh, look at this note breakdown. Some interesting stuff here. Oh, this one looks more interesting. No shade at whoever recommended that other one, but Joel, of course, no shade at Joel, but this one does look a little bit more interesting. I don't know what the heck Bakhur is. Maybe if we can click it, it'll tell us. No, I mean, it looks like a wood, like a type of oud per props. Like it has the same little thing as the oud. So I'm thinking it's a type of oud that they used. Candied fruits. Okay. That sounds, I mean, I love sweet kind of fruity stuff. So that sounds like it'd be right up my alley. Fresh notes, leather, musk, oud, pink pepper, rosemary, some vetiver, and probably in the base and white amber. It's interesting how they have the note breakdown here. They don't have it as like top, mid, bottom. It's just all kind of one, like the Tom Ford fragrances. I watched an interview and they were saying that they don't use top, mid, and bottom. They just all kind of have it in one, which is interesting. I didn't know that that was possible. Thought there was always going to be layers of things that last longer than others, but whatever. That's a tangent that I'm going on right now. But yeah, this looks good. I like this bottle and definitely add it to the radar. Let me, I kind of have a running list of stuff that you guys have been telling me to try. So I'm just going to add this one to the list and I'll keep that list with me. Next time I want to get some samples, I have a bunch to try here. And I'd rather like just try that stuff that you guys recommended and whatever. I mean, there's so many fragrances, so it makes it more fun if I try something that you guys recommend. Then it's like, oh, I'll think about the person that recommended it or whatever, and we can both talk about how much we love it. Herfa is an earthy, fruity, and earthy fruity. Okay, so not as green as I guess the website suggested then. And then cough smells like mint, like Mont Blanc Legend. Yeah, like Fierce in that same Mont Blanc Legend, Percival, that DNA, no doubt. Latafa Blue Oud? No, it is Ahmed Al-Maghribi's Blue Oud. It's not Latafa's Blue Oud. There is a Latafa Blue Oud too, but it's that Latafa that you're talking about, Vance. That one is at Burlington. This one is not at Burlington, so I know why you have it confused. But it looks like this. It looks like this, and the Latafa one, it looks like an egg. So yeah, definitely don't want. I don't know what the Latafa smells like, but this is Ahmed Al-Maghribi, and the bottle looks like this. It's called Blue Oud, and so is the other one. Very confusing. I know, but yeah, just figured I'd point that out for you. Okay, Giancarlo thinks Herfa is also good. All right, well, I'll add them both. Actually, you know, I'm not, because I don't want that Herfa one. If it was in a different bottle, I'd think about it, but I don't know, that bottle, it bothers me for some reason. Awesome to see a review on a more cafe from you. Yeah, no doubt. Definitely talk about it once I get the bottle in, and I can give it some wear and give you a little bit more of a detailed like thoughts on it. Ahmed Al-Maghribi Blue Oud. Yes, yeah. Okay, you like the Latafa one too. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think they're cloning the same thing or anything. I'm currently on a no buy until after the holidays. Aren't we all? That's what we all say, man. Yeah, exactly. Let's see how long it lasts, but I am trying hard. Yeah, I'm not going to even tell people that I'm on a no buy anymore, because I swear I'm such a hypocrite. Like, we had that one stream like a month ago or so where I was essentially your fragrance addiction rehab counselor, and we were all talking about how we were on a no buy and how we weren't going to buy anything for the rest of the year. And lo and behold, I've spent a lot of money on fragrances this month, like a lot, but it's all good. I mean, I think I had a record month of income as well. So, you know, decided to treat myself a little bit. Gotta enjoy life a little bit too. And fragrance is definitely something that we all enjoy. So whatever, you know. Cheap coffee fragrance I love is Ted Lapidus Black Soul Imperial. It smells like dark roast coffee bean. Okay. Is it Joel, is it like super focused on that coffee? Or is it kind of nuanced with other elements too? Because I like my coffee fragrances kind of more nuanced. One that I tried that was super heavily focused on coffee was Acro Awake. I don't know if you tried that one, Joel. But that one, it was an excellent coffee fragrance. And I think I actually sent it to Vince and he had a chance to try it, but it was just so focused on that coffee bean and nothing else. So like, yeah, as a coffee fragrance, it was amazing. But it's something like that I would want to wear and whatever. It was a little one dimensional. And sometimes when it's just strictly coffee, it's a little too much. Like I want some nuance with it. And that's why I like the day 3 a lot because it's not only a coffee fragrance, even though the name has coffee in it. You really get this like chocolatey kind of cake gourmand aspect to it as well, which I really, really enjoy as it dries down. So, and kind of similar thing with the More Cafe, except that one has that amaretto, which makes it a little bit special. Absolutely Gold was a 1 million flanker. Vince just picked up. Okay. Okay. So there was gold and then absolutely gold. Yeah. Okay. It's hard to keep up with all these flankers, man. He was telling you about 1 million absolutely gold. Okay. Discontinued floral leather with a sweet citrus open, real gem. Interesting. I'll have to keep an eye out for that one if I ever just happen to see it for whatever reason. But yeah, there's so many of those 1 millions now. Until the girl turns out to be a dude. Yeah, unfortunately, you got to watch out for that in LA. But yeah, the Adam's apple, man. You got to look for the Adam's apple because that's the dead giveaway. If it's a chick with like a massive Adam's apple and then like a deep ass voice, might be questioning. And also, yeah, I'm not gonna say more than that before I get canceled. Aerosmith's song "Dude is Like a Lady." Yeah, that's right. What's that other one where it's like, uh, "You can never love me because I'm not a lady" or whatever. I can never be a lady. Geez, it's like a man or something. I think that's the name of the song. It's called "Like a Man." Um, yeah, this is getting weird. So let's move on. Black Afghano, Nasamad for Halloween. Oh my gosh. Duo's version, Hades Elixir is a beast. Do you like Black Afghano, that scent profile, Vince? I'd be interested to know because that's probably up there with one of the fragrances that I thought was like the worst thing I ever smelled type thing. Just not for me, I should say. Yeah, I didn't care for Black Afghano at all when I tried it. I was like, whoa, this is not for me at all. Be interesting to know what you think about it. I know you like some of these more challenging scents sometimes that I kind of shy away from. I mean, you have more refined nose than I do. I mean, you're a man of sophistication, elegance, and class, things that I know nothing about. Over there wearing your Nishane Nefs and your Black Afghanos, and I just aspire to get to a level of sophistication that Vince Sense lives day to day over there with his pets. He's got a nice couple pets that he's been bringing into his videos. It's good to see. He's got a cat and a big bunny. So, got the pets over there, Vince. I didn't know that you had pets like that. She only likes Sauvage EDT. That'd be bad. Ooh, yeah. Well, the good thing is I have like a bunch of shit that smells like Sauvage, so we could really, change it up and keep that Sauvage train rolling. But eventually, you're gonna wanna try something out. My wife would like me to chill out on my fragrance obsession. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could imagine that. But does she mind like when you wear your fragrances? Because that probably has something more to do with like, okay, you're spending a lot on this and type of that may be more about the money than it is actually about fragrance. Just assuming, speculating. I know you're like rolling in the dough at this point. You're like a multimillionaire at this point, so that I may be totally off in that, but just pure speculation. But you know, does she mind when you wear the fragrance and like do you try not to like overwhelm her? Are you like considerate of like, okay, I'm only gonna go 2 or 3 sprays of these duas because those duas are like extrait to parfums. It'll blow up your nose. It'll blow up everybody's nose around you. So what's your strategy with that? My strategy when I don't want to kind of make my presence known with my fragrance as much when I'm trying to be more low key, I'll spray under my shirt. And in my mind, I feel like that cuts down on the projection a little bit. Not sure how true that is, but that's just my strategy. What do you guys think about that? Or are you guys just like Curly, just, no sissy spray, beast mode everywhere? I am the cologne guy. I don't care. I will make it known. You will smell me, and I do smell good, and you're going to like it. Is that how you feel about it? That'd be fine too. Got that confidence. My wife's into fragrances as well, so no issues here. Okay, cool. Yeah, see that would be ideal. Is she doesn't necessarily have to be into it, but I feel like once you are dating someone that is into it, you'll get more into it as long as you're like okay with it. Or I think women in general are just kind of more into this than men are, on the whole. But fragrances do cost good ones. Yeah. I mean, it's an expensive hobby, and you can get carried away because shopping is fun and you get the dopamine rush. Everyone likes buying new shit, so you got to just do it responsibly. Like, there's nothing wrong with spending money on things that you enjoy as long as it's within reason. And yeah, everyone has a different situation with how much money they have and whatever. My wife hates my fragrance addiction. Told her I need a new bookshelf. Apparently that isn't the problem. Yikes. Well, is it, I mean, you don't have to answer this. Obviously, it's like a personal question, but is it more so like she just doesn't like fragrances in general? She doesn't like that you're always wearing a fragrance, that you're always smelling like something? Or is it like the fact that it's too much like of the hoarding and like too many bottles? It's like a eyesore and it's too much money, all the things that don't have anything to do with fragrance, right? It's like it has nothing to do with the fragrance. It's like all the other things. All right, Herfa's getting some love, so maybe I need to overlook my hate of the bottle, get over it, bro, and just try out the fragrance. Or just, I mean, I don't think you can try that fragrance at that price point. Those are kind of like the blind buys. All right, it's going on the list. Just putting in parentheses, weird looking bottle, but whatever. It's getting enough love, so I'll throw it in there. Here we go. Here comes a French name. I get to pull out my French accent. Joel, je sors de Tirols, toujours, de prétendre le café saucer Ted Lapidus. Definitely speaking French in here right now, Giancarlo. Giancarlo, are you also a French speaker? Or you just like to wear these like crazy long French name fragrances that when you tell somebody what you're wearing, you don't even have to gatekeep, right? Because if someone asks you what you're wearing, you tell them, there's no way that they're going to remember that. So you don't even have to gatekeep. You just be honest and you're good. They're still never going to get that fragrance. Hey, Mr. Cliff, how you doing, my guy? Another longtime supporter, always showing me love. So I appreciate you, Cliff, being here. And also, I'll tell you a funny story. Let me read his comment first. Hey, brother, my wife doesn't care for some of my barbershop scents. I'm being Boucheron EDT. It does smell old. Okay. Well, as long as it's just like some of them she doesn't care for, some she does, because we all have our own tastes of what we like and what we don't like. As long as she's just not opposed to, all fragrance in general. Like, some people just don't like fragrance. They don't like smelling anything. They just want everything sterile and completely fragrance free. But this seems just kind of like she just doesn't care for some of them. She has, which is fine. We all have our own taste. But anyway, funny story. Earlier on in the channel, like, I didn't really know if I wanted to expose my name or whatever. I was just being weird about it. I don't know. So Cliff would always like leave a comment being awesome and trying to support me with the algorithm and whatever. And he would just always sign off with his name, Cliff, at the end of it. So people started calling me Cliff because I hadn't really told people what my name was yet. And the only thing they saw was Cliff. So it was funny. Everyone kept calling me Cliff, and I had to explain to them, like, no, my name's not Cliff. But I don't know. It was just an ongoing thing. Everyone kept calling me Cliff, and I was like, no, one of my commenters' name is Cliff. My name's Michael. I haven't told you that yet, but yeah, not that funny of a story. But that's probably something else I get better at. I get better at storytelling. If anybody's got any tips about being a better storyteller, let me know, because I could really use some improvement in that. I feel like I don't hold the suspense there enough. I don't know, something about it. All right, let me oh my gosh, Joel. You're doing this to me on purpose, man. Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna save what little dignity I have left today and not try to attempt that. Tom Ford, I guess, best barbershop fragrance, top 3 probably. As far as Beau de Jour, for me, I rank it number 1 as far as what I like to wear. I would also put Chanel's Platinum Egoiste in that conversation, but that is my dad's signature scent, so I can't really rock that. But I do, always think of him when I smell that. It's the only fragrance he's worn in my whole lifetime, which I got to commend him. He's like a one fragrance type of guy. He's doesn't have a crazy addiction like me. My mom is more into the fragrances like I am, like the variety. But Tom Ford's Beau de Jour, Platinum Egoiste, and then I guess my third best one that I've ever tried. That's I'm not sure what would be the next one. Maybe maybe At the Barbers from Replica, even though I really don't care for that one myself. I know that other people really like that one. I don't know what my number 3 would be, actually. I'm not super big into the barbershop scents, and I got the one that I wanted. I got Beau de Jour, so I'm kind of like good on it, but I want to try the Fougères d'Argent. I know some people have been telling me about that one, and that's also from Tom Ford, so I'd be interested to try that one. Tom Fords are super expensive, but I was able to get the Beau de Jour for a pretty good price. I think it was like $80 or so, which is not bad for Tom Ford. And I'm been really happy with it. You can wear it to work and pretty much all the time. It's really masculine. I like the mindset that it puts me in. It puts me in a really good like masculine, productive, kind of like boss like mindset. I can at least fake it till I make it, even though I may not possess any of those qualities. I can at least smell like I do. So something's better than nothing. Let's see. Traffic. Okay, what's going on, my guy? Let us know your scent of the day if you have one. I met James, what's going on? Met my wife in high school, so we grew up together and have a lot of the same interests and hobbies. She even smokes cigars with me. Got lucky for sure. I mean, that is a love story that just warms everyone's heart. Whenever you have like a high school sweetheart and you tell them about that, everyone's just like makes just everyone feel warm inside. And you know what it is? It gives us a hope of humanity that we still have a fighting chance. Makes you feel like, okay, everything isn't screwed up. There's still people out there that respect commitment, respect the thing of marriage, respect the idea of it. Can't say the same for myself necessarily, but it's a conflicting subject. So it's a tough thing, man. It's a tough thing being in a relationship for someone for so long, and you got used to each other. You got to find ways to keep it interesting. I don't know about any of that. I'm like chronically single because it's just like it's more simple. Really, it really is just like more simple. It's not as good because you kind of miss out on some of the experiences of life. And I have had relationships before, so I was able to like have that experience, but definitely it's more simple when you're alone or single or whatever. So we'll see. You got to be with the right person. It sounds like that you are, and you found them really early on. So I'm very happy to hear that. I'm glad that you guys are still going strong. How many years you guys been together? Let me know. You don't maybe want to expose your age here or something, which is fine. But if you don't mind sharing, that'd be cool. Latani Ahmed Latani from Ahmed Al Gharibi. Okay, let's check that one out. I'm going into the Ahmed Al Maghribi game. This is turning into an Ahmed Al Maghribi stream. Just fine. Okay. Latani. Wait, this is the one we're looking at. I'm tripping. We already looked at it. All right. Yeah. Can't. Too many fragrances. All right. Bakur. Bakur is aromatic wood chips. Incense, which you burn like incense. Wow. I mean, that sounds like something that would be good for Halloween. That sounds like a Halloween fragrance. Wood chips and incense, like a burning incense. That sounds pretty like dark and pretty scary. You're scaring me, JCB. You're scaring me. I smoke cigarettes, so my smell isn't 100. Why I rely on everyone. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that's got a fragrance. That's definitely got a fragrance to it. No shade, some of my fragrance are masculine, some are out of the box. Yeah, whatever. I always love hearing about it. Like as long as you like what you like and you rock it, it's all good, man. Oh my gosh, all genre Bob's coming in here with some Yankees talk, knowing I'm from LA, I would assume. But are you a New York resident, all genre Bops? You know, are you on the East Coast at least? Or are you just saying that just to troll me, even though you don't know that I don't really give a rat's about baseball, but whatever. Um, take it, take it one game at a time. Okay, very good. Uh, Scent of the day, Azaro Wanted, the Eau de Parfum. Okay, that one doesn't get as much love as some of the other ones, but it's kind of underrated. You can get it for a good price, and it's got I believe, I think that's the one. That's the original. That's the original one. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's a choice that you don't really hear about often. So respect all genre bops. I'll choose to ignore that first part of your comment, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm a big Dodgers fan or something because I'm not. I really, baseball is probably the sport I watch the least. Um, but I'll cheer for the home team. Let's see. Patrick's life. You guys are being active in the chat, so it's keeping it interesting. I really appreciate that. It makes the conversation flow. Screw the no buys. If you're bringing in record income, then yeah, I know, right? I mean, you could always buy some stocks, right? Put it into your future, be responsible, buy some Apple, whatever, buy some VTI. Um, but you could also buy some smelly alcohol and feel good about yourself for the next couple hours. So my future or immediate gratification, ah, the heart wants what the heart wants, man. But yeah, gotta reward yourself within reason if you can. Been working my little tail off over here, sweating it, doing my thing. So strike while the iron is hot, man. Can't let these deals slip away. Don't let your eyes wander off the road, Stan. He's coming in here with these wand jokes. The one and only all genre bops. There you go, right back at you. Who likes Latafa Kawawa? I think it's Kawa. I think that's the one you're talking about. Might have spelled it wrong. Yeah. Kawa. I've not personally tried it. I'm kind of like fading away from the Latafas a little bit, but I know it gets some love. I know it's a good coffee take on the original, which is actually kind of controversial. Some people say it is an Angel Share clone. Some people say it isn't. I never tried those, so I can't really tell you. But maybe some people can in the chat can chime in if Kamarkawa is worth the pickup. I think you can get it for like $25 these days or something. No, get some love. I liked Acro Bake much more than you did. Okay, the one I send you was Acro Awake, but they do also have one called Acro Bake. So just want to make sure we're on the same page with that. But I don't think they smell awake. The one that I sent you was Awake, which is like, you wake up in the morning and you drink a cup of coffee. Right. Makes sense. Let's see, Joel, the molecule they use, depending on your nose, some people can't pick up the coffee note. It's real cheap in price. I was lucky I could smell it. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Are you voting soon? I did my mail-in, so that has been sent off. California has kind of gone one way for many, many years, but I'm not gonna not do my part. My vote has been cast, so we'll see what happens. Did my part. Let's see. Lapidus Black Soul Imperial. Coffee, citrus, mint, spices, leather, amber, woody notes. I think it smells like OG John Barbados with a tad of sweetness. Okay. Ted Lapidus. Getting some love here. Black Soul Imperial. Coffee and mint. Okay. Interesting. I did see the OG. I don't know if it's the OG, but it was Barbados not vintage. Barbados Artisan, the OG Artisan. And I kind of passed on it. It was $25. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have got it, but They had XX, John Varvatos XX, and they also had John Varvatos Artisan, each for 25 bucks. Let me know. Did I make a big mistake by not grabbing them? Don't know. Okay. I do like Black Afghana for a couple of wearings every winter. Okay, so you're into it, no doubt. Spencer is here. What's going on, Spencer? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome. I do have some new Zerzhofs, so perfect that you're here and get your thoughts on some of these. And let's talk about that now. Spencer just popped in, and he's kind of like, he's got a good amount of these Zerzhof fragrances, so he definitely knows what's up. So I got these little like they're 15 mLs. You get 3 of them. It was like a little over $100, and really this is all I need. And I like that they have a sprayer. I can't do the old dap on thing. So let's go through some of these. So my favorite of these 3, so there's Golden Dala, there's Naxos, and there's Alexandria 2. My favorite one was kind of a surprise, and I still need to give them more wearing. I've only worn them once so far, so subject to change, but I really liked Golden Dala of the 3. This was initially my favorite one, and it's also a coffee-based fragrance, but it had a nice amount of like spices and woods. It definitely smelled the most masculine of all 3 to me, which is maybe why I like it. But yeah, spicy Oriental. I wish this mini bottle looked like that one, because I think the look of the real one is really cool with that, I don't know, like orange red coloration. But whatever, these look pretty nice and they're cool. This cap does actually click on the place pretty well. So for as small as these are, they're pretty well made. I'm actually really happy with these. Um, I would get another set and just have more of these little guys. I like to take fragrance with me too, so this is really convenient. You just throw it in your pocket or something, take it with you. But yeah, I really enjoyed these spicy notes. It has the coffee. I don't get too much of this rose, which I really like, because sometimes to my nose, if I get too much rose, it tends to push it really hard to the feminine side, which I didn't at all. So it was blended in there really nice. You do get some of this like chocolatey and tonka bean sweetness, but it's got a nice like warmth to it. It's got a nice spiciness to it. This oud isn't funky or animalic or anything. Just smells like luxurious, pretty exquisite. Kind of a slept-on fragrance from Zerzhov. You don't really hear many people talk about this one. But apparently they have like a coffee collection with several coffee fragrances, and this is one of them. And I'm really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to wearing it more. Slightly smoky yet oriental, spicy, sweet fall fragrance, balanced by warm and sweet, earthy, woody base. Realistic take on Arabian coffee. So there you go. This was the one that kind of captivated me the most. But let's go. Let's check out Naxos. You may be familiar with Naxos. Naxos is, one of the more, I guess, popular ones from the House of Zerzhov, and it's a sweet tobacco fragrance. So it's a little, I've never really smelled a tobacco fragrance that's done in this way. It really is quite sweet, and you get a prominence in the vanilla, and you get this honey, a lot of this honey mixing with it. So it's almost just as much of a honey fragrance as it is a tobacco fragrance, and definitely get this tonka bean vanilla prominently. So certainly a fall wintertime scent. You could, I guess, wear it day or night. Yeah, I guess you could wear it day or night. And it does have some nice kind of, the citruses don't pop too much. It doesn't come off like a citrus fragrance. I think just these top notes add a layer of freshness to it, so that this honey and tobacco doesn't get overtaken by it. And you do get a little bit of this like white floral feel with the jasmine. And I don't remember what cashmere is technically classified as, or what it is. Is it a flower, or what the heck is cashmere? I don't. Oh, it's a wood. It's a type of wood. Okay, so, but yeah, it's nice. It's definitely attention grabbing. It'll certainly like make you stand out, and definitely not like a low key chillin' type fragrance. This one is, you're making more of a statement wearing Naxos. So interested to give that some more wear. And then the one that I thought that I would really like, but kind of confused me, I need to spend more time with it, I don't really totally get it yet, is Alexandria 2. Let me know if you guys have any experience with these. But so Alexandria 2 kind of threw me off guard. I had people, were raving about it, giving it a lot of love. So does anybody else get nail polish? Because that's all I could think when I smelled, and they all look the same. So I don't really need to keep showing them. They all look the same. They just have the name on the side here. So, but I got a strong nail polish vibe from the opening, and I don't know if that was just a one-time thing. I mean, let's try it again. Maybe I'll not get that this time, but once that thought entered my mind, and I apologize for anybody that I've completely ruined this fragrance for. Um, but yeah, that's all I could really think when I smelled it. Let me see. Let's try it again here. And this is a really strong fragrance. This performance is insane, like insane. I could smell it coming off my skin like the next day, and I even took a shower that night. It's hard to get off, but um, yeah, I get this nail polish nail cleaner type vibe. Just reminds me of when when my mom would go get her nails done, and I'd maybe just be chilling or picking her up, or maybe I'd get like a pedicure or something just to hang out with mom, and they'd be doing her nails and it would smell like this, and that's just all I can think. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't smell awful, but I get that nail polish vibe. Maybe that's hopefully just in the opening and it kind of will settle down into something else, but a little bit surprising. I never really heard anybody mention that, and I get a strong dose of that. Juan calls it that Dua funk. Hmm. I've had several duas that just don't work for me, something in their DNA. I get it. They have this like thickness to them. They have a real, I mean, they're extracts, and some of them just come off really like Randy calls it vegetable oily. Some of them have a thickness, and some of the first ones that I tried, I really was turned off from Dua. And then the main Dua guy himself, Vince, he sent me some more, and I found some that I really liked. I think I tend to like some of their fresher stuff more. Like they had a Aqua de Jo mixed with Lemensity fragrance that was pretty good. And then they have one, this Aqua Atlantique. It was Bulgari's Aqua Atlantique mixed with Blue Electrique, La Nuit de l'Homme. And I really love that one, but sadly, they don't even sell it anymore. Um, and one other one that I really liked from them was Poseidon's Mad Chariot, which is a take on Leighton. Not a big fan of the original Leighton, but for whatever reason, their interpretation or twist on it, I really liked. So um, they use like a different quality oils depending on the fragrance, but I definitely understand. Some of them have like this really thick heaviness to them where it's too much, but some of their fresher stuff is good. Um, but yeah, I won't fault you for not being down with the duos. I kind of get it too. I felt that way originally, and I understand. But don't let Vince hear you say that. He might ban you, or something like that. We don't want that. I will say Ted Lapidus Black Soul Imperial really does smell good. Okay, I'm gonna add that to the running list of things to keep on my radar, because if I don't write it down, there's no way I remember these names. Black Soul Imperial. Okay, cool. My wife Natalie likes most of the stuff I wear. Okay, cool. Well, at least she enjoys fragrance. I keep buying her more, and she keeps telling me she doesn't want any more. She thinks I spray too much a lot. Always testing and comparing. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to overdo it, especially when you think you like something, but maybe try the under the shirt method. That seems to work out for me pretty well. It cuts down on the projection a little bit. Doesn't come off as overwhelming. I had a man come into my office this week, and he must have literally bathed in his Rasasi Hawass, I think is what you meant to type. He left, and I smelled it for another hour. Almost makes me not like it anymore. Yeah, any fragrance that if you overdo can ruin it. So it's important to definitely test the fragrance and understand how many sprays are going to work for that particular scent profile. Because even a fragrance you love, if you overdo it, can choke people out, and it can really not turn out great, especially in the office. Like, you gotta definitely play it safe in the office. It's kind of embarrassing too. It's like if you wear something, I would never wear Hawass to the office. First of all, I think that's kind of a bold choice, but yeah, you got to be careful with that. You got to get that right amount of people can smell it, but you're not overwhelming them, and they almost want to catch another whiff, so they kind of want to like stand closer to you, like they're smelling it, but it's like on and off. It's on and off, and they're anticipating that next sniff. It's like it's like a good piece of music or something. You know, you got the build up, and you're just building up anticipation for that drop, that next whiff that you get caught with. It's the music in between the notes. You know, it's the time in between the notes that really make the notes that you hear special, basically. My wife speaks French, especially on payday. Oui, oui. Yeah. She's busting out all the French names on you when you get your paycheck in, huh? I understand. It's funny. With my wife, it's more she hates the money spent. Yeah, yeah. So it's more about the money than the fragrance. Okay. While I do get it, but everything is paid by me and we have plenty, so I like to treat myself. Yeah, I understand. I was wondering if it was fragrance related, but it sounds like it's not, which most of the time it's about the money, right? That's what a lot of things come down to in this world, unfortunately, but that's just how it works. Just woke up. Well, thank you for waking up with the fragrance fraternity. Hopefully, it's not a rude awakening for you here. um, let's see. I speak Spanish, Italian, French, and English. Damn, dude, that is impressive. I salute you. Wow, Spanish, Italian, French, and English. Okay. Well, if you decide to add Russian to that lineup, we can help you practice because I need someone to speak more Russian with. Don't really get the opportunity to use it too much anymore. Um, now that my grandparents have passed away, definitely got some good time practicing with them when they were alive. They would speak to me in Russian. I'd have to answer back, or else they wouldn't know what I'm saying. So I was a little bit forced to. And yeah, but that is actually really impressive, dude. Like 4 languages, I salute you, man. It's really impressive. I wish I spoke a third, not just my broken Spanish, my broken LA Spanish. My mom is mad I'm buying too much cologne. Well, is it because your whole house is like, are you just spraying 10 sprays of Sauvage Elixir and you're up in your bedroom and she can smell you from the kitchen? Or is it about the money? It's usually about the money, but let's see. John Carlo has been around the world twice. Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. And he can communicate with wherever he goes, obviously, being such a linguist. How's that vocab word for you today? My brother's name is Clifford. Okay, well, that's a unique name. So we have 2 references to Cliff and Clifford, which is interesting. Anyway, want JCB those Nightmare Before Christmas royalties be paying off? Is JCB an actor? Is he in the movie space? Just trying to be low key. She mostly doesn't like the time, energy, and money spent on fragrances. Okay. For example, listening and chatting on this live stream during dinner. Well, don't let me break up your marriage, man. Don't have marital problems on account of me. So, I mean, I'm not that interesting of a guy to listen to. I mean, I try to keep it interesting, but I'm no stand-up comedian here. I'm no Cuba, no, I don't have jokes like that. I'm not that interesting. So I don't want to break up your marriage here, my guy. Eat dinner with your wife, enjoy your time. Maybe you're trying to, escape from hanging out with her. I don't know what you got going over there, Vince, but don't let me cause you problems at home, my guy. Lots of my family members, when they see my collection. Yeah, that's the reaction. I mean, it is weird, right? It is strange. I'll even admit this, like part of the reason that I started the channel, there are many reasons, but one of the reasons was like, all right, I have all these bottles. I feel really weird about it. I need to make a fragrance channel so that way, I can explain myself logically to a person that comes in, or a potential girl or whatever. And she's like, what the hell's wrong with you? Why do you need 150 bottles of fragrance? Like, this is a huge red flag. I can say, well, I have a fragrance channel. I talk about it on YouTube because, that logically makes sense. So that was one of the reasons that I started. It was just kind of a way to I guess, justify this addiction and justify having so many bottles. But yeah, I mean, it is a weird thing. But also, it's like, what if you had a bunch of record labels? Like, what if you had like 50 record labels or 100 record labels on a wall, and people saw that? Would they think, whoa, that's really, really cool that you have all these records? Why is it that with fragrance, it's strange? And I think it's because of the movie, the Anchorman movie. You guys know what I'm talking about, where he's like, oh, 100% of 80% of the time, it works 100% of the time, or whatever that quote is. And the guy's pulling out the black Sex Panther. And I think that like association from that movie just made people think like, oh, fragrances are kind of for weird people, or it's like a weird thing. This is just pure speculation, but I think that movie has something to do with it, because I think about that movie sometimes and I'm like, am I that weird Anchorman from that movie? Am I that strange cologne guy? But even if we are, embrace it. Fuck it. I mean, we like this. We like this hobby, so just embrace it. Be you. Be authentic, and yeah, wouldn't be in a live stream with all you fine people if we weren't really into this, right? Scent of the day is tobacco. Okay, is that the Zaharoff tobacco? Oh no, Mar and Wurtz. Okay, Magnier is always coming in with some hidden gem type stuff. Let me actually look it up, because I want to look up one of his fragrances that he's wearing one time. He's always coming in here with some kind of out of the box, different type stuff. Let me see if they have it. Here we go. Here it is. Tobacco Original. See, whoa, 1959 throwback. Holy smokes, dude. That's crazy. I don't know if I ever seen a fragrance that was like that old. There is that what is it? It's 4711, right? That one is really old. Interesting. The Neroli, Petitgrain, Bergamot, Lemon, and Pepper. Okay. Nice complex note breakdown. Oh, it's got that carnation, which gives it that old school vibe. Shout out to Versace the Dreamer. That carnation note. Man, this is like a little bit some old school stuff. I mean, 1959. Imagine it's like pretty hefty and like masculine or whatever. Interesting. Man, bringing out the throwbacks. I like it. Let's see what else is going down in the chat here. Magnier coming in here with some nice classic fragrance. 5 times. I'm in pain now forever. Yikes. Oh, you've been around the world 5 times? I'm jealous, man. I'm not nearly as well traveled as you, Giancarlo. I need to get out of my room more and get out of the fraternity before I start choking out on my fragrances here. Someone I know wears the most wanted parfum in summer. It smells like sugar candy. Made me not like it, really. Yeah, it's like people wearing the Mancera red tobacco in the heat of the summer type thing. Yeah, it's just downright offensive. Beau de Jour is my number one barbershop. I'm right there with you, my guy. I'm right there with you. I really love Beau de Jour. At the Barber is my favorite Fugeros right now. I'm glad that I sent that one to you and you really liked it. I'm glad that worked out. I had a feeling that you would like it more than I did, because most people do. I'm in the minority of not really digging that one, but I'm glad that you liked that one. It's got this modern sharp edge. It's almost like it has a Braxton base. Okay. I don't remember it that well. I just remember it wasn't for me. I mean, the most wanted EDP intense. Yeah, that's the sweet tonka bean one for sure. I can imagine that being pretty annoying in the heat. Pretty sure Humanity doesn't have a chance. How he's watching, he's probably a little bit behind in the stream. And well, see, that's the kind of sentiment that you have, and then you see someone who's been with their high school sweetheart for like 20 plus years, and then it restores your faith in humanity that we have a chance. We have a chance, Dot. Don't give up on us yet. Vance EDP is the black bottle I got you. Vance EDP. That Vance needs to buy Vance EDP if that's actually the fragrance. Definitely need Vance Neil to be rocking Vance EDP, no doubt. I want to try Fugero's Bengal from Parfums de Empire. Never heard of that one. Let's check it out. Fougères Bengal. Okay. Okay. Here we go. 2007. Spicy Fougère. Okay. That's interesting. Animal Accord. Oh, now. Whoa there. Hey now. Lavender, oak moss, blonde tobacco patchouli, tonka bean. So yeah, they're not joking. It's animalic. They're letting you know. Assam tea. Okay, don't know what kind of tea that is, but I'd love a good tea note. It's got a little bit of honey, a little bit of sweetness. Spice bread. It's got some interesting notes in here, woody notes and vanilla. Okay. Definitely never heard anybody mention this one. I think this is going to go on the radar list. Opens up with a nice, rich, powerful, dark, almost intoxicating blend of spicy, resinous notes. Boozy initially, tad sticky, cleverly mixing an oriental feel of candied, spicy sumptuosity. Is that a real word? Sumptuosity? And this guy is going to be a Wordle champion of the year with that kind of word. With a Mediterranean herbal inspiration, which is possibly the nicest trademark of this person's style. Revisiting the classic French opulence with a shady Mediterranean feel. Okay. Well, this guy's raving about it. I mean, it seems to be nice and complex. Interested how that hay works in with that animalic note. Seems like it could be a little bit on the more challenging side of things, but certainly something that us fragrance people, us enthusiasts, could respect. So let me put that in the list. This looks pretty interesting. Fougères Bengal. Cool. It's in there. Joel's favorite barbershop is 8 and Bob, Egypt, and MFK masculine plural. Okay. 10-4, Joel. I really like Creed Viking as a favorite barbershop top, if you consider one. I like Viking. It's just a little too mature, which is kind of a weird thing to say because like the barbershop style fragrances are mature. But for whatever reason, the Beau de Jour just seemed to fit a 30-year-old more so than the Creed Viking. In my mind, when I tried Viking, I was like, okay, this is more like maybe 45 and up type fragrance. Had more of a maturity to it. And that sometimes maybe is what's thrown me off the barbershop style sense. They're just a little too mature. Whereas the Beau de Jour, I feel like as a 30-year-old who's trying to get his shit together, I'm not saying I have it together, just attempting, could be a good fragrance choice. They put that in hookah. They put what in hookah? It was like one of the notes that we looked at. I bet it was one of the notes that we looked at. Okay. Summer Oud from Ahmed Al Maghribi is also fire. Okay. And I know Azure Royal is good, but yeah, I'll write down Summer Oud. I've heard a couple of people mention that one. They got some good ones from this house. Okay. Middle Eastern thing they burn. Yeah. Okay. How would you describe masculine plural, Joel? Let Patrick know. Vince has been married for 20 years. I salute you, man. It's like 2/3 of my lifespan that you've been in a committed relationship. So much respect, much respect. And hopefully you don't have the fragrance fraternity as a reason that you guys have a fight. I'll just leave it at that. Robert Graham Valor. Okay, Greg, what's going on? Hope you had a good day. Maybe just getting back from work or whatever. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping your son today, stopping in. Not sure how long we're going to keep going. Maybe, we'll hit that hour-and-a-half mark and reevaluate. I had a bunch of fragrances back here. I didn't grab any of them, but we've been having a good little flow of conversation here. Been together for 12 years, married for 2. I'm 29, almost 30. Can't imagine being single at this point. She's definitely my soulmate. Yeah, it's a different type of vibe, and it's just about what you want. Some people, they really want a family and kids, and they're really adamant about getting that going and getting that started. And I've definitely understand that. I have friends like that. And then you have people like me that are just trying to push that off as long as possible until they push it off so long that it's too late. And now that they regret that they pushed it off for so long. And I'm not saying that I'm there yet, but I can, I can see before I'm 40, I gotta make something happen. So it's coming to that time, it's coming to that time, before 35, you probably want to at least try to maybe start thinking about getting married to somebody, or if you want a family, So time is approaching. I'm going to obviously continue to put it off for as long as I can, but we'll see. I think it's really important that you get with the right person, because you don't want to get with a person that you can't be a good partner with just because you feel like you're running out of time or whatever. So, um, but it's a different vibe being single. And I've been single for so long that I, I'm so used to like the freedom and the kind of, yeah, just the freedom, I guess, um and the lack of responsibility of caring for another person, that it would be a big change for me. So kind of live opposite lives here, but I respect that, man. And it's different strokes for different folks. We all have our own path, type of thing. And I kind of chose an alternative career route, kind of operate outside of the matrix, or outside of, the regular type of world of 9 to 5. So I'm on a different kind of path, which is, it fits for me, it works for me. I like to take some risks in life, I guess. I'll just say that. I've been in the Bronx my entire life. Okay, outside of the first 2 years. So, all right. So yeah, I got no. You are just repping the home team. No bandwagoning going on here. It's all in order. All very proper. So all genre bops. You go ahead and cheer your Yankees on, man. But you know what? They had, I guess, Fat Joe perform. And I don't know if you guys saw the Ice Cube performance before the Dodgers game. Yo, that was sick. Like, even if, regardless of what team you like, if you like music, dude, the Ice Cube performance was sick. And, came out with Bow Down, like just the words that he was saying, like the lyrics, he changed it a little bit to make sense. It was all really well done. And then they apparently had Fat Joe. I haven't seen his performance or whatever, but uh, it, from what I heard, wasn't hitting the same as that Ice Cube performance. If you guys haven't seen the Ice Cube performance, and if some of you may not give a rat's ass about hip hop or whatever, if that's not music you like, but if you are at least okay with hip hop, you like Ice Cube, you respect his work, check out that performance. It'll give you goosebumps. It definitely gave me goosebumps. Um, I was loving that. It's like a 5-minute video. He did 2 songs, so it's worth checking out. It was really cool. Hopefully they get a nice, good like person to do the next game, if there is another game. They're going back to LA, so we'll see. But I was thinking, they could have so many good artists from New York. Like they could have like Jay-Z or somebody. But I mean, I'm not saying Fat Joe isn't great. He's got some good songs, but there's a lot of like really good New York artists and hip hop people that they could have picked maybe. But I don't know. I'm just rambling right now. This is the best live chat, I think. Mellow, informative, funny. Well, thank you, Vance. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, because I don't really think I'm that entertaining or whatever. I'm kind of surprised you guys even like spend your time listening to me, to be honest. So I appreciate the vote of confidence, man. I'm trying to do my best here without trying to be corny or whatever, putting on a show. It's trying to be myself while also somewhat entertaining. What's up? What's up, Jason? The other half of Sips and Sniffs has arrived. This is Mr. Jason Vircher, the richest man in Fragcom, always coming out with class, elegance. You must be hanging out with Vince a lot, and because Vince over here is wearing his Nishane Nefs and all these super expensive fragrances. So maybe you guys have been chatting. Maybe your class and elegance has been rubbing off on him a little bit. Bringing him into the finer things of life. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Jason, he's got a hell of a collection, even though he likes to throw shade at some fragrances that we really love, specifically Blue Electrique. Doesn't like it, but I'll forgive him for that, because shows the channel love, and he keeps it real. As long as you keep it real, that's all I ask, even if you don't like the same stuff. Anyway, don't know what I'm talking about. Kamra, Need to get another chance. I tried it once, didn't like it. Well, gotta try it again. Let me see if this Alexander 2 has changed at all. I don't know. It's all I can think is nail polish. It's kind of annoying me. I want to like it. I really do, but man, and I know you guys love Alexander too. At least some of you probably do. Spencer, I think you said that you really like that one, but nail polish, man, just can't get that out of my head. That's all I can smell. I might actually have to sell that one. Can't see myself choosing to wear it too much. I want to like it, but I just have that thought in my mind. Now it's ruined for me. I live in Buffalo, then Jackson Heights, but born in Argentina. Okay. You are all over the map, my guy. Let's see. Vince gets you. Okay. I'll make it my son of the day tomorrow. I'll see how it does. Hey, Jason. I'm drinking coffee now. Dark roast pour over. Ooh, yeah. You throw any sugar in your coffee there? Any sweetener? You just drink it black. Nice, Giancarlo. Spent some time in Spain, correct? Giancarlo is all over the map. I like awake, not bake. Okay, all right. That's okay, cool. Yeah, that's the super coffee one that I was talking about. Acro. So the guy who made Acro, I'm gonna screw this up, but I know this perfumer, he's someone of importance. Okay, is this you know what I always screw up? I always confuse Olivier Cresp and Olivier Polsch. So one of them is the Chanel perfumer, and I think that's Olivier Polsch. But Olivier Cresp is also like really well known. And I kind of want to know what he's known for. I always get those two perfumers confused because they have the same first name. But this guy has a lot of really popular scents. Let's see if I can find one that we would know. Okay, yeah, obviously the Acro ones are his creation. Okay, but yeah, this one's for women, I believe, but a lot of women like Black Opium. You know, that's kind of a popular one for them. This is kind of an older one, but it's pretty good. It's like soapy, a little bit sweet, and kind of a hidden gem these days. Doesn't last a super long time, I heard, but it's pretty solid. I tried it in an airport once. Might pick up a bottle. You can get it for actually a really good price, and it's semi-unique. Black XS. Pretty good fragrance for Paco Rabanne. Club Black. This one gets a lot of love for being a really good vanilla fragrance. Let's see what else he's done that I can that I know at least. Oh, I saw Loewe in there. Givenchy Gentleman. He's done a couple. Oh, he made Reserve Privé, which got a lot of love. I really like the Boisé of the Gentleman line. This is my favorite one. The EDP is good too. It's just got a really prominent iris, and I find it a little bit redundant if you already own like Dior Homme Intense or Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Noir Parfum. I find them like a little too similar. This Reserve Privé has a nice like whiskey accord added to it, which makes it a little bit interesting. But this Boisé, Randy actually recommended I try this one out. It's got this chocolatey nuance. It's a little bit fresher. It still has the iris, but it's not as like powdery, and it's not as heavy on the iris. It's got like a mix of chocolatey or whatever in it a little bit. So I really like this one. And this new replica was pretty good. I don't know if you guys got a chance to try this one yet. From the garden. It really is like a realistic garden tomato leaf type scent. Pretty interesting if you're into green, like vegetal fragrances and that realistic like tomato leaf feel to them. So he's got other obviously probably good fragrances. We can keep going on this all night, but yeah. Anyway. I like to get XX Intense and the vintage. Yeah, I saw the vintage at Marshall's too. I haven't tried that one in a long time. I haven't tried that one since I was like 18, but I remember it was like a pretty good tobacco. I didn't care for it at the time, but I think I was just way too young. And I think if I tried it now, I would enjoy it. Gonna grab my other phone, do some online shopping while listening and check in on the chat. Well, let me know what you're considering grabbing, you know, so we can feed our addiction at least vicariously through you, if not on our own. I love the style of those minis. I don't have any, but maybe I'll order some today. Yeah, they have a couple different sets on Fragrance Buy. They have like the sets of 3. We can check out. Let me just see what other ones they have. Let's see. I know they have one that's like a Cruz del Sur. Yeah, they have all these little mini sets. So they have, this is the one that I got, and I had a coupon, I guess, 10% off. So it was a pretty decent price for that. I heard this Pico Villa Dama is a good one. I don't remember what it's supposed to smell like, but I remember that one's supposed to be pretty good. And don't really know La Capitale more than words. And then I know Ross bought this one, this Cruz del Sur Herba Pura Oud and Overdose one. Apollonia is also another one that kind of has me interested. So yeah, these are cool. As you have like kind of larger collection, 15 ml goes a really long way. So, and for being small bottles, they're pretty well made. I'm very happy with them. I would order another one of these smaller ones, and you get a little bit of a variety, which is cool. You don't just have to have one. You can change it up and add more options. So it's a pretty good deal. Left Jackson Heights for Europe, lived in Milan, Italy, then Madrid and Spain, London, back to Buffalo, now Florida. Well, Giancarlo, what is your favorite place that you've lived, and what do you notice about like the difference between living in America and Europe? Let me know. That'd be interesting for me. I know Dedrick's live right now, so I know some people probably want to hang out over there. So we'll do a little bit more time here, and then we'll probably we'll wrap up before like the 2-hour mark for sure. I prefer Decos to Naxos. They're not the same, but similar in some ways. Okay. Yeah, I want to check out Decos. I want to check out Kobe. I mean, there's so many that I have to still get my nose on, but Renaissance, Decos, Kobe, and Neo. A lot of the, I mean, I barely smelled any from the house, so still diving into it, but 40 knots is still my favorite, and then probably second place would be Mephisto from the ones that I've tried. On my second bottle of Decos, and those are 100 ml. Dang, so you really, really like that one. Let's check out Decos. I remember I asked you your favorite one a while ago, and it was like, I don't remember the name of it because it was kind of long, but I remember the profile was like a soapy aldehydic, like bath type thing. And, you know, in case you want to like come in, if anybody actually wants to jump on, you're welcome to. I'll just put the link down there for anybody that wants to jump on. Let's see. What was I going to look up? Oh yeah, Decos. This is the one. Amber citrus vanilla balsamic sweet. Okay. I mean, this is it's an interesting breakdown here. Let's see. Mandarin, tuberose, tobacco, benzoin, opanax, thyme, orris root. Okay, interesting. So what I'm wondering is it more about this orris? Like, because sometimes when you have the orris root, it really is prominent and becomes like a kind of an iris fragrance mainly. Or is it more of like this citrus and white floral feel? Because it could go a couple different ways here, just going off the breakdown. Like it could be this really resinous type of vanilla thing, which I'm kind of hit or miss on with the resinous vanilla fragrances. Or it could be, you know, this really iris dominant thing. Could be more citrusy and white floral, or could be a combination of all of it because they're all in there, right? Don't really know until they try it. But yeah, this looks really interesting. Definitely looks right up my alley. This is definitely going on the list of things to keep in mind. Adding that one, no doubt. Let's see. Alexander 2 is so damn good. More on the mass appeal side of that kind of profile. Never got nail polish from me. That's all I get, man. It's weird. You know, we all smell things differently, you know, so I don't know. Maybe I need to like wear it and not smell it so up close, because sometimes if you smell fragrance is super up close, you're not getting it properly. You're getting a weird version of it. Like you need to actually wear it. So you need to actually wear it. I do like it as it's drying down because that nail polish thing isn't as prominent. It's drying down a little bit, rained in, but I don't know. We all get different stuff, right? Okay. I didn't skip anything, right? No. I love the duo hybrids. Does the duo Leighton still have that aromatic menthol accord? No. See, I didn't know it doesn't. I didn't get that menthol from it at all. That it's like, let me show you which one I'm talking about. I was shocked because I've never been a fan of Leighton, and I was like, dang, I really like this. What is it? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's a Leighton interpretation. That really is interesting. But yeah, I'm not a fan of that menthol type of deal, which I get a lot of in Leighton. Again, I always have to preference, if you like Leighton, it's all good. I'm the one, like the odd one out. It's Poseidon's Mad Chariot. Sort of some of these names, man. You guys ever play Age of Mythology? You guys know that game? It's kind of an old school game from the 90s. I've been playing it a little bit. They have it on Xbox. It's like a strategy game. It's pretty cool. They had like Age of Empires, and this one's more mythology based. Anyway, the name Poseidon made me think about that. But yeah, let's see. Is this it? Inspiration Aventus? No, it's not this one. It's the Mad Chariot one. Jeez. Get it together, Michael. Get it together. Jeez, I know this is super exciting watching me search for the right fragrance. Here we go. Yeah, out of stock. Go figure. The two that I want, they don't have, but it's okay. It's okay, Dua. Yeah, this is the one. And this one, who sent me this to try? Was it Vince? It was probably Vince. He's usually the culprit of these Duas. So yeah, this one, I don't know. Let's see what they say about it. So Creed Aventus mixed with Leighton. Is that what it is? Inspired by Leighton, by Parfums Molly, and Poseidon's Precious Madagascar Vanilla. So it's a hybrid of one of theirs plus Leighton. But in the description, they're talking about Creed Aventus. So that is weird. Let's see what they write. Creed Aventus is arguably the most successful niche perfume released in the past decade, with many clones that followed it and the commercial success it has received. There's no surprise that even the average fragrance consumer is made aware of it. True. One of the shining notes in recent batches is the vanilla used in the base of the composition. There's vanilla in the base of Aventus? News to me. We find that this significantly contributes to the complement factor. Oh, the complement factor. Man, you gotta measure that complement factor. That's gotta throw that in there. As well as the overall appeal of the fragrance. For this most recent inspiration, we've taken the inspiration of Aventus and added the most sought-after vanilla ingredient to the blend. I think this write-up has got me confused. The inspiration of Aventus includes a Madagascan vanilla ingredient that has been aged for 30 years. For 30 years? Okay. There's no way we can ever find out. So I'll just take your word for it, Dua. We also use a Madagascan vanilla tincture instead of alcohol for the ultimate aroma and longevity. Well, your your fragrance brand isn't legit until they're using tinctures instead of alcohol, what does that even mean? I mean, they're of course using alcohol. All the fragrances are sitting in alcohol. So, I'll stop being so critical now. To make this perfume that much more enchanting, we infused it with our inspiration, was arguably the most successful release by niche brand Parfums Molly, Leighton. So they're saying that this is Leighton plus Aventus plus some tinctured vanilla. Whatever. I didn't get Aventus from it when I smelled it at all, but they're saying that there may be some tie in there. But if you look at this note breakdown, I mean, it doesn't have the birch, does it? I don't see any birch, which is kind of pretty typical of the Aventus. It does have the black currant leaves. Oh, it does have birch tar right here. So yeah, I guess there is a bit of an Aventus thing going on with it. But Definitely the vanilla is prominent. Definitely understood the Latentine more than the Aventus, but yeah, maybe when it comes back in stock, I'll scoop that one up. It was one of the best ones I ever heard. I'm hearing Do It Blasphemy. Well, I mean, I gotta talk smack on him over here. It's kind of like my MO right now. Gian, CKB, Sanjan 3 a.m., Hermes H24, 67, Vibrant. Giving out some recommendations there, Giancarlo. The man who makes Do It doesn't have more duas than Juan. No one has more duas than Vince, though. Oh, okay. Well, Juan is the Dua king, apparently. I need to spend more time on his channel. I really don't spend that much time, but it's hard to watch everybody. I wore Hawass Ice to work this summer, but I have a more casual workplace. Well, as long as you didn't overdo it on the sprays, you'll be good. It's all about the amount of sprays for the situation. I'm sure you didn't overdo it. You're pretty experienced in the game. I was trying to get Polo 67 Gift Stress has some 4.2 bottles for $50 last month. Yeah, that's a hell of a deal. That's a hell of a deal. Even if you're not an oversprayer, if a person is allergic or sensitive to fragrance, they will offend no matter what scent profile. Yeah, definitely. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't think I could date a person that had that allergy or sensitivity, because it just wouldn't work. It would be her or the fragrances, and I'm picking the fragrances. Like, sorry, babe, I'm picking the fragrances. Man, do miss quite a bit, so I'm okay, but sometimes they absolutely kill it. Yeah, they have some really good ones that you've turned me on to. So, of course, the two that I'm most interested in, I can't get, but I'll have to keep an eye out for those. Their Summer Hammer one was pretty good, and their Blue Talisman one was pretty good. I don't know how close it is to the real thing, but I rock it from time to time. Nice, like, pear, tropical, like blue, easy wear, aquatic type of fresh thing going on. There's a one at every job. Giancarlo complained no matter what. Yep. Damn HR department. If I had a wife or girlfriend time to stop buying frames with my own money, I would tell her, okay, but you need to stop getting your hair and nails done and spending money on makeup, but I'm petty. Tit for tat. Tit for tat. No, that's not why you're single. You're single because people do not appreciate the gem that is Patrick's life. But they will. They will. It's just a matter of time. They'll know. I am old. Nah, it's all good, man. It's just a number. You're 25, and in our minds, we're all still 25, right? It's all good. I know you can get up and dance and cut up the floor just as good as the rest of them. What are a few of your favorite places you've been? Is the new Hugh. Stan only vacations in the Dominican Republic for the thick Latinas. Well, he likes what he likes, man. He needs to come out to LA. I think he'd enjoy the scenery over here as well. Have you ever seen Neighbors? Yeah, the Zac Efron and Seth Rogen, I think. Yeah, I've seen Neighbors. I think there's a second one too. Burton is my last name. Jen thinks I am Tim Burton, the movie director. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you are in disguise. And that's how you're so well traveled. You have all that royalty money from your films. Time the Musk Up. Shout out, Rudy. Shout out. Know of any clones of Musk Therapy? Let him know if Spencer. Not. I don't know of any. My wife told me to start a channel of fragrance. I've been thinking about it. Maybe one day soon. Yeah, man. If you want, if you find it fun, if it would be fun for you, something you find it interesting, like I was watching content long before I started the channel, and I have if you know Vince here, like Vince, I had the same conversation with him. He was kind of like thinking about starting the channel, and I told him like the same thing I'll tell you is like, if you have fun with it and you want to make videos and whatever, you enjoy that process, just go for it. See what happens, just try it out. Like, if you really want to make it in the YouTube space is one thing, or if you just want to have fun and make some videos and meet some cool people is like another, which is kind of like what I'm doing. Because to really make it in YouTube, you got to really, it's like anything in life. If you want to be one of the best, or if you want to really be in the top 10% of anything, you got to really put a lot of work in and go really hard on that and develop those skills and really focus on that. But if your goal is just to, create a little bit of a community, meet some cool people, have a space to talk about fragrance, you should just do that for that and just see where it goes, man. I'm like 130, no, maybe not. How many videos have I done? I don't know. Let's check out how many videos I've done. I know I've done over 100 videos. So it's kind of crazy to even think about, but just start, man. You got to just make a lot of content. 136 videos. I'm looking at my channel right now. So if you enjoy it, just go for it, man. Do it for the love of the game and let your passion show itself. Try to just be yourself. One thing that Ross told me that was really good advice, and this applies to any kind of brand, artist, no matter what you're trying to do, is just get really good at being yourself, because people have a BS meter. And when you're not being yourself and you're trying to put on a show or trying to act a certain way that's not authentic to you, people can sense that. You guys are smart. You guys have that, like, we all do. We have that sense of when people are BSing us or not being real. So, yeah, just start, man. You're going to be really nervous at first. It's going to be really awkward at first. You're going to be really, I even cringe to this day when I watch my stuff. You know, you're going to feel that way, but eventually you just get more comfortable and you realize that the people you're talking to, they're not necessarily there to hate on you. They just want to hang out and chat fragrance just like you do. And you don't have to do anything different. Like some people think, oh, why can't I can't start a channel because I'm going to be just like everybody else. And the thing is, you are different. So there are going to be people that just vibe with you, that your personality, the way you talk, the way your brain works, the way you communicate. There's going to be a group of people that vibe with that. So you don't even necessarily have to be super different or feel like you're, doing things in a different way. Just be yourself. And everybody is addicted to their phones. Everyone is stuck with their phone, looking at their phone all the time. So making content, making internet content is the future. It is actually the present, but even more so. So there's a lot of eyeballs out there. You're going to find a group of people that vibe with you, just like we have these awesome people in the fraternity that vibe with me and are willing to sit here and listen to me spin my wheels here for almost 2 hours now. So I appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. At this point, really, the only reason I keep doing these is because I know there's like a group of people that legitimately enjoy it. At first, I was doing it for myself, for to justify having the collection, because I wanted to make a channel. All these things were like for myself. But as I'm like over 100 videos deep, the thing that really motivates me to keep making stuff is I think about guys like Vance. I think about, Gian, Vince. I think about Cliff, Henry, all of these people, John Carlo, Joel, the people that watch all my stuff and that I think get some legitimate enjoyment out of it. I mean, maybe they're just trying to be nice and, be nice. And they, maybe they feel bad for me. They're just kind of commenting out of pity, which might be the case. But the core group of people are really the reason I keep making this stuff. Cause I'm like, okay, they're going to get some entertainment out of it. So for no one else, just make it for them. That's kind of where my head's at with it. But I know I just went on a long rant there, but I just want to tell you about that because Vince actually, we had the same conversation with him, man. And dude, he's taken off. He makes better content than I do now. Like it's been so cool to see like his first videos and now like his videos now. He's so super funny. He's letting his personality show. It's just so cool to see, man. So if you have that feeling, just go for it. Just start filming and see what happens. And if you want any help along the way, I'm always down to help you or have you on the channel or whatever. Tazo, what's up, my man? Thanks for stopping by. Let us know your scent of the day if you're wearing anything. I appreciate you coming into the fraternity and showing some love. So I appreciate that. Let us know what you're wearing. I know you have a really nice collection of really exquisite type stuff. I was definitely checking out some of your fragrances that you got in. I like your first impressions videos. They always pop up. They're like always one of the first ones that pop up when I search for a niche fragrance on Minstrel. I always see Tazo first impressions. So I always check that out. So thanks for stopping by and showing some love to the fraternity. We were talking about the most wanted differences. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like completely spacing out over here. So my dad used to call me a space cadet sometimes. So it's kind of true. We've been to Mexico like 8 times. Really quick flight from Ohio and great scuba and snorkeling. Banff, Canada, probably a favorite place so far. Great hiking and scenery. Yeah, Vince likes to get out there and hit the trails, hit the hiking, hit the nature, do all that. But yeah, I mean, I love me a good old all-inclusive Mexico vacation, man. Don't get me don't tempt me with a good time. Guys, we're almost at 2 hours, so I think we'll do 5 more minutes at the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Yeah, but this has been an awesome stream. It's flowed pretty well. I haven't made a complete ass of myself like I normally do. You know, we haven't had any kind of major disruptions. Talked about a lot of fragrances, so it's been fun. Black Panther is Stan's signature scent. Stan's signature scent. Okay, Alexander's Black Panther. The one that gets a lot of love and supposed to be really close to Tigar. Haven't dove in for that one yet because I do have Tarothi Blue and also Humble Flex. I own Vibrato. Ding, Vince, here's your chance to say something. But anyway, yeah. If you own Vibrato, you don't probably need every kind of version of that similar scent profile. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting fatigued, as you guys can tell. My thoughts are starting to jumble up here. All right, Parfum de Empire has some great fragrance of summer. I love Parfum de Empire Aqua de Scandola. Any like sweeter ones from them, Joel, but sweet but not too feminine leaning. Like you know my kind of taste. You know, something with some sweetness, but also, you know, a nice blend of maybe woods or spices with some character. But I do like a little bit of like fruity sweetness in my fragrances. Let's see. John Carlo likes Creed Viking. I'm sure that it suits you very well. I think it would suit you more than it would suit someone like me. You got to be a little bit more well-traveled before you start pulling out Creed Viking. You know, you can't have been to only a couple places like me before you start wearing their nice Creeds. Hit Jasper pretty hard on the Bond trip. We're like Iceland too. Well, look at you staying in bougie hotels in Iceland, Vince. Creed Royal Oud. Yeah, I've heard that. Heard that one as a banger. I have their clone. I like that Oud Royal clone. Great woody fragrance. Gotta try the real one day. We're the same age. Okay, cool. Maybe that's why you can relate to me. We grew up in the same era, 94. 90s babies, stand up. You know, we actually grew up in a very interesting time because it was the last time that the internet and phones and everything didn't completely take over. So it's like we experienced life before the internet and before phones, and we also obviously experienced it after. But we're the last generation that had that pre-internet era or whatever. We were the last generation to know the sound of the dial-up internet. You can hear it in your mind right now. When you think about that dial-up internet sound, you can just hear it in your mind. That's something that these kids have no idea about. And they're missing out because that sound is just a little piece of history that's in your mind forever, whether you like it or not. Waiting 10 hours to download a movie completely legally and using Napster and LimeWire. Yeah. Good old days of pirating, right? Which I did none of, by the way. Iceland, what a place. Visited Zero Daylight. Man, that would kind of mess me up. As far I'd be like sleepy, but I heard you can see the Aurora Borealis really nice from there, which I've never seen. So that would be a cool experience, but probably not one of the first places I'd like to go. Definitely would like to go to Italy. Never been to Italy. And also I want to go to Barcelona. I hear that's pretty damn dope. And Ukraine would be cool maybe once the whole war situation isn't happening. Todd, how's it going, my guy? You caught us here right at the end, but I appreciate you making it in. Scent of the day, Armoff Aura Fresh. Okay, that is their take on Versace Mano Fresh and has great lasting power and really nice daily wear. You're smelling great. Thanks for stopping by. I love that DJ life. I do. I do like it. You know, it's an alternative kind of life. It's got its plus and minuses. Like it's an awesome job, and I get to play music for a living, which is such a blessing. And uh, I really get to like put people onto new music, and I get to take them on a journey, and I can really it's like you're putting on a show, at least to an extent. And I'm giving people an experience, and people really like that, and they show me love, and I appreciate that. And I like that I get to do this for a living, and I like that I can have time during the week to do like random stuff like this live stream. I wouldn't have time to uh, get into all these other hobbies if I worked during the week all the time. So yeah, anyway, there's a lot of positives. One negative is like kind of messes with the social life a little bit because every Friday, Saturday I'm working, and that's usually when you want to be out meeting people or whatever. But it's a small price to pay. I'm very grateful for my life. Thank God. No complaints. Ice Cube performs so much better than Fat Joe. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was hinting at. I haven't seen the Fat Joe one, but from what I've heard, I mean, the Ice Cube one, I had goosebumps. I was like, holy smokes, that guy killed it. And some rappers, they don't sound the same on the record as they do when they do it live. There's like a big difference, right? But Ice Cube's voice, it's so distinct, and he sounded great. And he wasn't rapping over the song. So he had the instrumental going. So it's obviously a lot easier to sing or rap over the original song because you just kind of match the original voice or whatever. But when you're doing it over the instrumental, you're going to get exposed if you're not sounding good, and vice versa. You're going to really shine if you are. So really impressive. We did a summer and a winter trip, two completely different places. I got to look into some vacations now. You guys got me wanting to like look into vacation stuff. I'm realizing I need to get out there, man. Jay-Z laying low after Diddy got snatched. Yeah, there's a lot of people laying low. Hopefully, if that messed up stuff ends up being true, they can be exposed, and all the evil that's gone on, there can be some justice, hopefully. Because just because you got a lot of money doesn't mean you should be able to do all like evil stuff. I don't know who has done what or not, but it's not good. That we don't need that kind of stuff going on. Definitely not. You don't like going to Raw streams no more. He doesn't stream on Wednesdays, so I don't know. I see him. I think I see him in there from time to time. Juan Soto, AGB. I'm gone. All right. Enjoy it, everyone. No worries. Thanks, Vance. It's been over 2 hours now. I keep saying I'm going to wrap it up, and then you guys keep commenting, and I just keep going. But I could hang out with you guys all day, which is kind of what this is turning into. I do have a meeting at 6 PST, so in an hour, but don't want to completely lose my voice before then. But I don't know. I like hanging with you guys. It's kind of hard to stop. Okay. I stopped seeing you and Kyler for a bit. Also, Joel. I mean, people got lives. They got stuff to do outside of these fragrance streams. They can't all just come in and hang out for 2 hours. No worries there. I want to go to New York City, try a bunch of pizza. When I was a kid. Okay. I mean, I can tell you about that too. All right. So the New York pizza thing, and all John or Bob's can tell you because he's a resident or whatever. But when I went there, the best pizza places are just like the random places that you never hear people tell you to go to that aren't like touristy or whatever. They're just pizza spots. As you're walking along, there's a million of them, right? And they have the best pizza, but there's a specific place called Bleecker, John's on Bleecker or whatever. And that's kind of like the pizza place that everybody says to go to because a lot of celebrities have been there. But the pizza was not as good as like these just random hole in the wall places, especially like on the Lower East Side, which is kind of where the nightlife is or whatever. After going out, come out, there's a bunch of different like pizza places open. Grab a slice from there. 10 out of 10. I mean, New York's got the best pizza. It was definitely had so much pizza when I visited, like more pizza than I ever had in my whole life. I mean, you gotta try the pizza when you go to New York, and just walk along. Just go for a walk. Don't even plan it. Just start walking. You're gonna see a pizza spot that's a little hole in the wall place. Try it. It's going to be the best pizza you ever had. Been with Ross almost from the beginning of his channel. He's ghost status. That's impressive. I've been with him for a while, but definitely not since the beginning. I started watching him when he moved to Colorado, which is kind of like, it's like, I grew up in Colorado, so it was like a little bit of a connection there. Kind of made me interested to watch him, whatever. But yeah, Ross is the shit. I agree. My job basically has me glued to the computer, so that's why I'm in them a lot. Well, hey, that's cool. At least you can get away with listening to like fragrance, YouTube, whatever at work, and not getting in trouble for that. So that's cool. JCB, same. Ever since he had the dresser and the TV in the background. Nice. Yeah, guys. I think I don't remember where Texas, I think, is when he started, but respect. Yeah, I started watching him when he was in Colorado. Man, that guy has like changed his whole body. It's so cool. And because he kind of used to be on and off from the gym for many years, and now he's like full competitive bodybuilder mode. It's really cool to see the change that he's made. And yeah, he's I watch him a lot or whatever. I'm a member. That's where I see you guys. We're all fans of the TLTG over here. It's my work profession. I'm double busy. My boss called me a few minutes ago, but I did not answer because I'm watching YouTube. Oh my gosh. John Carlo, don't get fired on account of the fragrance fraternity. I'm out here ruining marriages. I'm out here getting people fired. I can't have that on my conscience. Please don't get fired on account of me. You can catch the replay, man. It's not that serious. I've been over here just kind of randomly chatting with you guys, saying I was going to end it, 20, 30 minutes ago. Yet it's over 2 hours. I'm still chatting with you guys. So I like hanging with you guys, and find your lives interesting, more interesting than mine sometimes. Actually, most of the time. You have Bleecker Street. Okay. Joe John's, Patsy's, and the Bronx has a lot of spots. One of the best pizza was in Harlem in a spot called Soto Casa. It's a small spot by the Pie. Okay, you're gonna have to take the subway and make a little bit of a trip. I mean, I don't know what borough you're gonna be staying in, but if you want to get out there, you're gonna have to get on that subway and take a couple stops over to Harlem. Get Soto Casa. Let's see, Bleecker Street. Is that one I was talking about? John's on Bleecker. Yeah. I think that one was just a little overrated. It was cool because I had celebrity pictures, but like the actual pizza, I felt like just like the random places were a little bit better. But here's the ultimate question: pineapple on pizza, yes or no? What do you guys think about it? All genre, what do you say? You are the resident New Yorker here. You do have some authority on this subject, but you guys put pineapple on your pizza? Yeah. Cool. Gave you some good. The suppy one is Pico. Oh, okay. So that was the Pico Viadama, Pico Viadama, something like that. I'm gonna write that one down so I don't forget. I remember that was the one that you were saying was your favorite. I thought it was like in a white bottle. Maybe it is that one. Let's look. I remember you saying that one was your favorite. And I know you have a good amount of them, so it's like, not the one that you said. Oh, okay. This does look like the note breakdown, powdery aldehydic. Yeah. I think this is the one. Maybe I'll check out that sampler set that has this in it and some of the other ones. That could be a good option. Okay. Anyway, I really am winding down here. Let me see. I always wanted to go to Madrid and Barcelona. Yeah, I definitely want to go to Barcelona. I hear it's sick. Life experience, living in a new culture. Never done that. Well, Vince, if you want to experience living in a new culture, you want to move to Los Angeles, California, it's going to be a new experience for you. Way different than Ohio. I can guarantee you that. You want to shake it up a little bit. You want to question your life a little bit. Come on out to LA, man. It's not for the faint of heart. Spencer will tell you that, man. It's not for everybody, but it'll toughen you up. It's a character builder living out here sometimes. So, I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah. I just want everybody I know to live in LA. That's like kind of an LA thing. It's like You just try to recruit all your friends to come live in LA so you can hang out with them. Wanting to visit the Swiss Alps. Thoughts? Are you a big skier, Vince? I like to ski, but usually hitting up the Rockies for that. But I can imagine the Swiss Alps got some good skiing. All right. Let's see. Will this stream continue indefinitely is the question on everyone's mind. Mallorca is great for hot times vacation. I bet. Okay, one more idea. You can be Tony Hinchcliffe. Who is that? I'm not great with these actor names. Let me look who this is before I put it on screen, before I get demonetized. Oh, okay. He's that like comedian guy who's been getting some. Okay. Interesting. I don't know how I would dress up as him. I mean, he's just wearing a suit. So I would just have to wear a suit with a name tag. Yeah. That's funny. You think I look like him? He's got more hair than I do, I'll tell you that. Definitely trade hairlines with him. Doesn't have that Eastern European look to him like I do. Anyway. All right. Let's see. Anything else here? I think I'm about ready to wrap it up. Miss the food. Yeah, they do have good food here, especially if you're into Mexican food. It's like, it's crazy good and you can get it everywhere. I mean, it's kind of like we take it for granted sometimes, but if you're into Mexican food, it's the legitimately best place. I mean, there's all kinds of good food. I think New York has LA beat on the food front, just in general. If you're gonna put them, you're gonna compare the two. I think New York has it beat, but there are a lot of good food places, but Mexican food specifically, it's the best in the country. And there's just an abundance of it. Like there's a little stand. You can go to like a little stand and get the best Mexican food you ever had in your life. You would never even think about it. You like making fun with thick Latinas. Okay. Yes. I mean, everything is better with thick Latinas, right, Stan? The thick Latinas make the world go round. It's like gravity. Can't live without thick Latinas. They just are the spice of life. We're in LA. I lived in Hollywood and Silver Lake and Eagle Rock. Oh, okay, cool. I live kind of by LAX, if you're familiar. It's a good little location. I do hear the airplanes, but it's a better deal than living in Santa Monica. You still get that west side like weather, and you're pretty close to the water. So I really like it over here. I lived in Culver City for a while. It was a little too like congested, a little too hectic. It's just overpopulated a little bit. Yeah. All right. I can't even get to the bottom. You guys are going off today. I like it. It's making me just keep the stream going. I'm gonna open. Oh my gosh. I gotta start reading some of these comments before pinning him. With Stan, he likes to definitely teeter on the line of what's gonna get me canceled. Yeah, Stan's turning up. That's what I'm saying, man. I gotta start pre-screening. Are you enjoying an adult beverage by chance? I'm not. I'm enjoying a Celsius right now. Another one of my addictions. I really like these. I like these so much that I even bought stock in the company. Their stock has not been doing great, but I figured I buy so much of the product, I might as well own a little bit of the company. So I do like these, though. They're good. I've tried a lot of the energy drinks, and these are probably my favorite. So cheers. It's a good thing I had that. I'm going over 2 hours here. Top 10%, you got to show skin. Yeah. Sex sells, right? Got to hit a couple push-ups before I go out or something. Do some sit-ups. All right. Probably why some of the bigger channels don't reply to their subs. Yeah, that's the cool thing about Ross is he's very interactive with people, and he does the live streams, and he doesn't have like that big barrier. Like I like Ash or whatever. I watched Jensen's for a long time, just as long as Ross, but he doesn't interact with the people. He doesn't do live streams. He's kind of more reserved, which is cool. Whatever, that's his thing. And you see all the shit that Ross deals with. So there's probably a reason for that, but that is one thing people don't think about. Like Ross doesn't have to be so open with public in the public like he does. So I commend him for that. I think that's really cool. Doing an awesome job. You're a great fit for this. Genuine guy. Thank you, John Carlo. I appreciate that. You know, this is a space of luxury, class, and elegance. You know, things that I don't have, but at least I can convey that I do on this video format. So I appreciate the vote of confidence. Fragrance Fraternity streams are popping these days. You know, we're trying to keep them popping. And it's people like you, Patrick, that continually come back, continually spend time with me here in this virtual fraternity. That's the reason it's popping. Definitely out of hand in getting me to start a channel. Do it for the love of the game. Yep, that's right. Just do it for the love of the game. Do it if you enjoy it. Try not to use it as a means to an end. Just hit record. Make 20 videos. See what happens. Make 30 videos. See if you still want to do it. Make, 50 videos. Then see how you feel about it. You're going to have to make a lot if you want to, you're going to make them indefinitely once you start. If it's going well, you're going to want to keep it going. So try not to overanalyze, no analysis paralysis. Just go for it. See what happens. Make 20 videos, then see how you feel about it. I watch Vince when I need a boost of energy and feeling lethargic because Vince be on 100,000 trillion. Yeah, he's like me. He doesn't no intros. Let's just get to it. Let me give you what you came here to see. The intros are, in my mind, just like a clever way to keep people watching, right? Because more monetization, more watch time. It's like an extra 30 seconds that people will watch because there's an intro. So I get the strategy, but I want to think better just to offer the value. And one thing that really annoys me is when I watch a fragrance video and it's like 3 minutes in or 4 minutes in and they still haven't even talked about like the first fragrance. It just drives me nuts. It drives me crazy. I'm like, dude, how can you be 4 minutes into this video? You haven't even talked about the first fragrance yet. Like, come on. It's a pet peeve of mine. You're blowing my mind. That's all I care about. I'm not a thick Latina, but if I can blow your mind, tell me he has a recliner. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Are you sipping, Stan? Are you sipping right now? Okay, let's see. Can we get to the bottom so I can be relinquished from my duties here? Stan had to save one life. Vince or Juan, who would it be, Stan? I mean, Stan would just save the thick Latina standing next to him if it really came down to it. Come on. Kicks Griffey, what's going on? Kicks Griffey in the building. If you guys don't, you can catch his live at 11 a.m. either on YouTube or Instagram. Kind of seems to be going back and forth. So either one of those platforms, if you're feeling like you want to go into an early morning live stream, get your day started with a good little fragrance chat, little fragrance community talk early in the morning, 11 a.m. Pacific. That's early for me, DJ life. For me, 11 a.m. is early. Check out Kicks Griffey. He's got a space for you to go in there and chat. He's always got some interesting fragrances going on too. All right. This is getting crazy. All right. Yeah, the chat's getting wild, so wild. Might have to call it quits here before I get demonetized and canceled. Spencer's out. Let's see. Anything pressing here? I need to wrap this up. It's already over 2 hours, and I said I was going to stop like 45 minutes ago. All right. Yep. See you all, God willing, on the next one. That's right. Hope you're doing well. May you wear your fragrances in good health and enjoy the game, my guy. Let's book the trip. 5 national parks in Utah. You're going to hike it up, man. You're going to get your steps in, no doubt. You're going to be even more shredded than you are now. You haven't even had body fat to like shred, man. What are you at, like 8% already? You're going to be down to like 5 by the time you're done with all that hiking. Made a concoction the other day. Buffalo sauce, pineapple, chicken, jalapenos on my pizza. Ooh, that actually sounds really good. And yeah, I do put pineapple on my pizza. So, yeah, I'm right there with you. I like pineapple on the pizza. Pineapple and pesto, kind of a weird combo, I know, but it's good. It's good. All right. You guys talking pizza? Some magic mushrooms. I know you like magic mushrooms on your pizza events, but you know, only microdose, right? Unless it's like Saturday night, you get a little wild with it. That microdose becomes a macro dose. Now all of a sudden the little pineapple on the pizza is dancing around and hanging out with you, spraying some fragrance, spraying some duas. All right. Yep. No problem. It's time to wrap up. Do a 24-hour stream. That's what this is turning into. But yeah, it is getting to that time. It is getting there. All right. Anything final here? Anything pressing? All right. This is going to be the last call. Anything pressing? Anything that you want to make known? Make it known now. If you want to give your salutations, if you want to shout out the thick Latinas, if you want to do anything right now. I'm at the bottom of the chat, so I got my eye on it. But if nothing else, that was a fun stream, guys. We did it. That I felt like it flowed smoothly. I didn't make an ass of myself too much, and I feel like for the first time when I was trying to have you guys see a certain screen, you actually saw it, and I wasn't just talking about it. So getting better at my live stream game. I'm not on Spencer's level yet, but probably never will be, to be honest, because he's on another level with this whole live stream game. But anyway, hey now. All right, folks. That's going to be it for today. This was a hell of a stream. I appreciate your time. Keep smelling great out there. Keep being positive members. We need that positivity these days. There's a lot of negative Nancy's out there floating around, so it's not what we're looking for. Looking to uplift, to bring the light in, and smell good. That's what we're doing here. All right, folks. Have a great rest of your night. Catch you next time. Hit me in the DMs with your fragrance ideas and any thoughts you have. Talk to you soon. Peace. See you guys.